What up, fam? It's your boy Cohen here, most active YouTuber of 2K17. Today, we're doing a card review of the Frozen Throne expansion that's coming out tomorrow. 136 cards. I've also got Bixby with me. He's a expert at Hearthstone, 10 times
Hell yeah.
legend player. Definitely.
Yeah, totally.
And we're going to
Totally.
use our expert knowledge to tell you guys what the cards are going to be good or bad or amazing or shit, and which cards will be nerfed, which probably will just be the Druid Epic. But other than that, let's start. Okay, first up we got Crypt Lord. Bixby, what do you think of this
Yeah.
card?
Was it? I think someone else put it best as probably won't pair good to Tar Creeper. 3 mana, 3/5 essentially. Seems a bit too slow. Health.
Yeah, what about out of 5? 5 stars.
Out of 5, still got some. I know it's average card at least. Still, so
Alright.
I'd give it a 3-ish.
Get it free. Okay, I think this card's a piece of shit. It works well with decks that flood the board, but decks that flood the boards are aggro decks, and this card is not an aggro card. So therefore, I give this 1 star. Will not see any flag. Okay.
Okay.
Next up is Webweave. 5 mana,
Ooh.
summon 2, 1/2 poisonous spiders. I'll start off this time. This card is shit, except in Arena where it's okay. But we're rating cards for Constructed, not Arena. Or maybe we should do a mix. Okay, in that case, I give it 2 stars. Constructed, fucking god-awful. Against most decks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? I know Druid doesn't have too much hard removal, but 2/1/2s is still pretty easy to clear.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know. I'd probably say 2 stars is about reasonable.
Yeah, okay. Next up is Nash. Ganache? Nash. That's a
Fucking
Nash, right? Silent G, I reckon.
Probably.
Yeah, okay.
What is it? Well, Feral Rage is a card. This card, extremely, so much better. Have you ever seen, was it Claw or Bite ever been?
Yeah, I don't think this will see any play.
Was it? I mean, was it Bash saw play Warrior, which is very similar to this card in some ways, but no, your hero wasn't actually taken. So
Yeah, so you could potentially lose more health. So
yeah, sort of counteracts the
no.
fact that you're getting armor. So
Yeah, but in Arena, this card's okay as removal, considering Druid doesn't have much. But you'd still prefer Wrath over this.
Ooh, I know,
Constructed, it's 1 star in Constructed, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
1 star constructed. I don't know. I'd say maybe 2 or 3 stars in Arena.
Yeah. Okay, Spreading Plague, 5 mana, summon a 1/5 with Taunt. If your opponent has more minions, cast it again. For the potential dream of a 5/35 board for 5 mana. But
Yeah,
you know,
the draw, dude.
we've already discussed this card a lot, and I think it's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But, it's got potential. If you're versing an aggro deck and they got 3 minions and you play this on turn 5, you basically win the game. So, in regards to that, it's pretty good. But, against every other deck, it's just a piece of shit. Like, if aggro decks are that prevalent in this meta for the new expansion, then I can see this getting played. But since there's not many aggro decks this expansion, I'm giving this 2 stars. Yeah. 2 stars.
Yeah, I mean, it does offer some resistance to aggro, but it's only aggro that it's good against. In any other matchup, trash. So yeah, I don't know, 2 stars.
Okay, Druid of the Swarm. 2 mana 1/2 with transform into a 1/2 of Poisonous or a 1/5 of Taunt. This is slightly better than the...
Pretty good.
Yeah, I think...
That's 2 mana 3/3 with stats and taunt.
Yeah, I actually think this is pretty good, especially the fact that you can choose. This can work against control decks because it's got poisonous. It can also work against aggro of taunt. I actually think this might see some play. Not much, but some. So I'll give it 3 stars.
I think it's pretty flexible, really.
Hmm.
I don't know. What's it? You got to think of what card slots it's competing with. So I know Druid doesn't really have too many 2-drops.
Yeah,
so
they don't. They're just neutral cards they use normally.
I don't know. I'd almost give it a bit more higher rating. I would say 4 stars.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, next up, Strong Shell Scavenger 4 mana 2/3 cast bolster.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think Taunt Druid was a thing. Because they don't even have that many taunts. Besides like Druid of the Claw, etc. But the thing is that this obviously synergizes with the Druid Legendary, right?
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure the Druid Legendary doesn't even resummon Druid of the Claw.
Although it resummons Druid of the Claw, it doesn't do Ancient of
War. Ah, yeah, it doesn't do Ancient of War. So, you know, Druid of the Claw is sort of... What other taunts do you run? You don't run Ironbark Protector or anything. This card is for Taunt Druid. Taunt Druid doesn't exist. 1 star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, next up. One of the coolest cards of the set. Fate Spinner. Secretly choose a Death Rattle. Deal 3 damage to all minions. Or give them +2/+2. What are your thoughts, Bixby?
While it is cool, lead to some little mind game. Still don't think it's great a card. Pretty predictable of what you're going to be picked. Situation. So I don't know. I mean, deal 3 damage to all minions is decent, even if they know it's there. And Druid doesn't have that much board clear, so I don't know, maybe 3 stars.
Yeah, fair enough. I think this card is absolutely amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
I do. I think it's really good. Like, yeah, sometimes it might be predictable. If you're versing an aggro deck, you're obviously going to pick deal 3 damage to all minions. But then it's like, if you survive, like, it's pretty slow on turn 5, but then if you can proc the Death Rattle turn 6, boom, board's clear, you can stabilize with a taunt or a heal, because Druid has many options in those. Well, more so healing rather than taunts. But I think it's quite good. I actually think it's really strong, and Druid lacks board clear, so I see it having high potential. Like, this trades into, like, if you get this in Arena, it trades into all the giants. It trades into heaps of things, because it can potentially have 8 damage on it. But, you know, we didn't see Salty Dog get played for, like, a fucking 4 mana 7 damage, so I don't think we'll see this played for that purpose. But it's more so the versatility that it can work in heaps of different matchups. I give it 4 stars. Yeah.
Cool.
Next up, Ultimate Infestation. 5 damage, 5 cards, 5 armor, 5/5 ghoul. I think this card's fucking insane. I think it'll get nerfed.
Yeah, I can't disagree. What is it? About Firelands Portal. That's, I don't know, 7 mana, deal 5 damage, summon, I don't know, I'd say it may be like a 4/4 in stats on about average. Like, there's a shit ton of low rolls you can get. So, yeah, I don't know. The fact that you also get 5 armor, 5 cards, 3 extra mana.
Yeah.
Is insane.
The one problem with this is that if you're doing like Big Druid, then usually having cards isn't that much of a problem. Like, drawing 5 cards won't help you that much if you're playing a Big Druid. The 5 armor will help though, and the 5 damage. That's like just a bigger fucking shield bash. Yeah. So, you know, I think the versatility is pretty good. It works extremely well in Quest Druid as like a late game option, because obviously Quest Druid likes to play their minion, the big fucking quest cunt, and then they like to play Nourish and just drop 3 huge fucking minions. This will draw you 5 cards, so you can just fucking play that, win the game 2 turns later. Like, I give it 5 stars, especially in Arena.
5 stars, easy.
This card is insane in Arena. Like, absolutely broken in Arena.
So much fucking value, dude.
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. Okay, next up, one of the weirdest cards of the set. Druid Legendary, 9 mana free 7. Death Rattle so many taunt minions that died.
I mean, what is it? If you actually get the effect off, then it definitely stalls really hard. What is it? You're summoning taunt minions.
Yeah.
Like, sort of like a, what is it? Zoth, except for only taunt minions. Pretty decent, but I don't know, it's too low statted. Doesn't itself have taunt to actually get the opponent to kill it.
Yeah. And now, I know that a lot of people say, oh, too slow, we'll never see play. Then it does see play. Think about this card. If it was statted as a 7/3, it would actually be a lot better.
Yeah.
Having that have to take 7 damage to proc the effect is actually pretty hard a lot of the time.
Because obviously your opponent's not going to trade into it.
Yeah, of course they won't. Like, you have to have this thing take 7 damage. That could be 2 or 3 minions against an aggro deck. Maybe even 4 against an aggro deck. And it's like, you're waiting so long for this play. Like, many slow cards are like, oh, you got to wait a turn before it does anything. This thing could be like up to 4 turns. Like, the mana cost is too high for it to synergize with, any of the Death Rattle cards that proc it or whatever. I just don't see it being played
or whatever
at all. Like, for not Quest Druid, for Taunt Druid not existing, and then them printing this piece of shit, which is way too slow, of course it's not going to exist. Like, in the future it might, but at the moment it's 1 star.
It's like a weird deck that they suddenly were like, oh, let's see if we can try and make this work. Just out of nowhere.
And we did say a similar thing with Taunt Warrior, which they spent 2 years trying to make good, and then it turned out okay. But, why... What?
I thought Taunt Warrior was like tier 1 now, or maybe 2-2.
It's tier 1 or tier 2 now, but for like 2.5 years it was a joke. They just kept printing taunt cards. Like, they printed Bolster before they printed anything else. Like,
which is, I don't know, probably one of the stupidest things.
Yeah. Okay, next up, Druid Hero. 7 mana, gain 5 armor. Battlecry, you can choose to summon 2 poisonous spiders, which are 1/2s, or 2 scarabs, which are 1/5s with taunt. What do you think?
I think it's pretty good, to be honest. I don't know about you, but like, you play it, you gain 15 life essentially if you do the taunts, 'cause 5 armor plus 2/5 board. Or if you're ahead in Druid somehow, I guess you could summon the 2 poisonous ones, like a very slow control deck.
Yeah. But, I think this will see play in every Druid deck that isn't aggro.
Yeah, the hero powers it.
Yeah, like, if you are versing aggro and you play this turn 7, summon 2 1/5s of taunt, and then can get free armor every turn, you win the game. Like, if you survive that long, and then with Wild Growth, maybe even 2 Wild Growths, you can get this out to turn 4 or 5. Or Innovates. Yeah. Like, you just win, straight up.
Yeah, Ramp Druid's definitely going to...
Yeah, like, this is one of the most boring hero cards, but it's just straight up powerful. I reckon it's 5 stars.
Yeah, I don't know. 5 stars, yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, yeah. Oh, we forgot to give a rating for the other one.
1 star.
1 star. Yeah.
Okay, Hunter cards. Bear Shark. Sickest name, 5 stars. Okay, really it's 2 stars. I'll give it 2 stars.
Yeah, I don't know. If we're basing it on how good Hunter is as well, definitely like 2 stars.
Yeah.
If Hunter was prevalent as like a decent aggro deck, I think it could be some sort of play, but...
Yeah, but it doesn't. And if you look at all the other cards printed in this set, there's no aggro cards for Hunter. Not a single one.
Well, they don't want aggro anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had aggro sort of in the meta for like the past
50
couple
years.
Of expansions. Yeah.
Okay, so 2 stars. What do you think?
Yeah,
I
I know.
should probably be giving it 1, but I'm giving it 2 because I'm generous.
I know. It's statted well for the a hunter minion. So yeah, 2 stars.
Okay, Stitch
Yeah,
Tracker, 3 mana 2/2. Discover a copy of a minion in your deck.
I think it's about 3 stars. You can build some interesting things with it.
Yeah,
I mean, if Control Hunter ever becomes a thing, I think quite a good card for it.
it's a
But
very good arena card
mm,
because you can sort of play around your mana curves of this.
I
But
don't know. Probably need like one more attack to be good.
yeah, I'm just trying to see where this would see play. Like, is there any certain combos I'm missing out on? Like, we don't have fucking Malygos Hunter. Like, I just don't see it. I don't see Hunter being the bloody deck that needed this card, like Hero. Like,
Mm,
I don't know. I'll give it 2 stars. Getting cards is always good. Discovering them is even better. So, two
I
stars.
mean, Hunter needs card draw, doesn't it? Card draw cards does it have?
Actually, I'll say 3 stars. Actually, they have fuck all card draw, but it has potential. This card, depending on what Hunter decks we see in the meta.
Mm. And then I know future expansions could make it better.
Yeah, it could definitely. Okay. All right. What do you give it?
Yeah, I said about 3 stars.
3 stars. All right. Play dead. 1 mana. Trigger a friendly minion's death rattle. They're really pushing this, aren't they, Vixie?
Yeah, I mean,
You know, the 3 mana free couldn't do anything, so they had to make it a 1 mana spell.
look, yeah, it's just. That's all I can say. It's just good.
I don't know if it's good. I think it's fucking atrocious.
Uh, I I mean, what is it? The fact that it's cheap makes it a bit better, maybe.
It does have ticking abomination synergy, which is good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
classic shit, man.
Yeah.
Uh, well, I don't know, give 2 stars because you could do some like it's not absolute trash. Good.
Okay. Hang on, let's speed this up. Alright. Play dead. I don't like it. I think it's shit. Death Rattle Hunter, they're trying to push it. If Hunter becomes a control deck, I can see this card maybe getting play with Abominable Bowman to fucking get some mad value. But it's all a lot of the Death Rattle cards that are good for Hunter are either random or not that strong. Like Scavenging Hyena, it's like, are you really going to run this 1 mana card that needs you to have something on the board and needs to have a good Death Rattle? Cards that require multiple cards to be good, everyone thinks, oh, it'll be good, and then it's not good.
Yeah, because all they look at is the combo potential.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, you're not going to have the combo, and Hunter isn't a combo class, so, because you got fuck all card draw. So I'm going to give this card, oh, God. 2 stars. I was going to say 1, but 2. What do you give it?
Yeah, 2 stars sounds right.
Okay, Venom Strike Trap, 2 mana. When your minion is attacked, summon a fucking Emperor Cobra.
I mean, no, I can't see it being that. Like, it's a decent trap, but strong enough.
Yeah, the thing about this is that if you're versing an aggro deck, it's going to be hard to proc because they don't attack your minions, usually. In Arena, very good card, I think. It's not amazing, but it's good. I'll give it 2 stars.
2 stars? Yeah, I know. Sounds about right. It's not terrible, but great. So.
Okay. Corpse Widow, your Death Rattle cards cost 2 less. This is the card Hunter needed for Death Rattles to do something, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, that works with... What do we have? We got Timberwolf from previous expansion. Still in standard, I think. which was a good Death Rattle card. Exploding Bloatbat, which is the next card we're showing, has a very good Death Rattle. I see this having potential, this whole Death Rattle Hunter thing.
Yeah, you can get some sick tempo with it. Like, it'd be some sort of like mid-rangey deck, probably.
Yeah, and the way it's started is very good. I'll give it 3 stars.
Oh, no. It just... I'd almost give it like a little bit better than that. But...
Yeah, I'm just doing it based on we don't know if Death Rattle Hunter will actually be good. But this card is the card that'll make or break it.
Yeah, okay. What was it? I don't know. Probably go 3 stars. Stick with yours.
Okay.
Not actually.
Next up, 4 mana 2/1 Death Rattle, deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. I think this card is really good.
I think it's really good.
Sorta. It has potential. You know, a lot of Hunter decks run Explosive Trap just because Explosive Trap is good.
Yeah, but...
This is the card that works well with Play Dead and Corpse Widow. Like, it does kind of need combo to get the value, because, you know, it's 4 mana card, it needs more value.
Yeah,
but Hunter lacks good AoEs. And I think it's pretty solid, to be honest. It's pretty shit statted, but I'm going to give it 3 stars. I think it's got potential.
I know. Let's give it 2 stars. The 4 mana cost just... What is it? If you think of it like an explosive trap, it's 2 mana
for a 2/1.
Damage to it. Oh, anyway, yeah, and then 2/1. Yeah, I know. You just needed 1 less mana. A lot better. Yeah.
I think it would have been auto-include if it was 1 less mana, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking it's too strong. But it would, like, see, you know, playable rather than...
Yeah. Okay, next up is Abdominal Bowman, 7 mana, 6/7, summon a random friendly beast that died this game. It's a random effect. Random isn't good when you're gambling on a 7 mana, 6/7. Because there's so many more impactful late game cards you could be doing, rather than 7 mana, 6/7 just to summon a fucking Timberwolf or something. If you're running this card, you need to not be running that many beasts. The problem is that all the Death Rattle cards of Hunter are beasts.
Yeah, was it like... what are you going to... Like, everyone's like, oh my god, you get a high mate. You're going to have 2 hyenas that are probably going to be dead. I know Rat Pack. It's got the 2/1, maybe 2/1/1s, probably even more.
Yeah, okay. It's okay. I feel like sometimes it'll just be extremely fucking strong. Like, to the point where, you know, maybe there will be some Hunter deck running like Mistress of Mixes, some early game board clears, and some late game beasts, and then these. In which case it'll be good. But if that's not a thing, then this thing's going to be fairly inconsistent. Like, yeah, even if you get a 2/2, that means you're playing 7 mana for 8/9. It's like, that's okay. You know, it's almost like Dr. Boom, except without 2 to 8 random damage. But yeah, I'm going to give it 3 stars. I don't want to, but I feel like Death Rattle Hunter has potential, so 3 stars.
Okay, I don't know. It's definitely going to be an include in Death Rattle Hunter, so yeah. 3 stars, sure. Alright.
Okay, next up is Toxic Arrow. Deal 2 damage to a minion. If it survives, give it Poisonous.
Minion.
Now, this card's weird, you know. Weird thing is that if this was deal 1 damage to a minion, if it survives, give it Poisonous, it would be way better because it would work with Wild Pyromancer. But it doesn't. So...
What is it? It's just... The fact that it's 2 damage is so strange because it feels like it wanted to be sort of like a weird Frostbolt-like card where you could either deal 3 damage to it and you can kill your opponent's like small minion, or I don't know, just...
Okay, I actually think this card's good.
Frostbolt's not a good example. It's like an abusive sergeant sort of.
Yeah, I think this card's actually good.
I mean, what are you gonna shoot with it though? It has to be like a 3 health minion.
You can
And
shoot your own minions, Bixby.
yeah, I know, but 3 health minion shoot, and then trade into a bigger. It just seems.
Yeah, I can see it having good tempo. And Hunter, let's compare this to Arcane Shot, right? There's one more mana. Arcane Shot does not see much play at all. In the occasional deck it does, but really not many. This is one more mana for the effect of if it survives, give it poisonous. I could see some weird combos of this, like that new demon card, right? Oh no, that would be a terrible. No, that's a good synergy. It's a good synergy. That new demon card, the 5 mana 4/5 at the end of turn, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. If you hit that on the enemy's one, then you've got like fucking Nerubian eggs and shit. He procs all your fucking eggs. Like
Yes, but it's still.
yeah, but think of the combo, man. I think this card's a piece of shit, but I like it. It's a 2 stars, right? That's it. No. I was trying to sell it, but it wasn't working.
No, that's because it's not sellable, dude. It's fucking terrible.
It's great. Star. 1 star horror, whatever. Okay, next up is the hero card, Deathstalker Rexa. Battlecry, deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. Gain 5 armor, and your hero power becomes create a custom zombieast, which is you get to discover 3 random beasts, pick one of them, and then you get to discover another 3 random beasts. And the mana costs join together, and the effects join together, and the stats join together, and you get a custom fucking card, basically.
You have to note that you can't. I think they said you can't get like any beast that costs greater than 5. So
oh yeah,
high main. And then there's also the fact that only the first minion that you pick can have death rattle or like certain keywords, and then the second other certain keywords.
Oh, okay. So if you get a battle cry in the first one, the next one can't have a battle cry, etc.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how I've heard it told. I might be incorrect. This is from people who heard it from other people, but it makes sense.
Okay.
Hearthstone doesn't like big.
Here's the weird thing, alright? You could potentially get some really good cards from that hero power. Like, they might be undervalued because you're paying 2 mana to create them. But then that also has synergy with Abominable Bowman. Because you get some pretty high costing beasts from this hero power.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's got potential. The deal 2 damage to all new minions is good because Hunter loves doing that already.
Yeah, or is it?
But compared to the other hero cards, I'd give it. Compared to the other hero cards, I'd give it like a 3, maybe a 2. But overall, I'd give this a 4. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it was class that worked with control, then sure. Like, I don't know, if this druid card like taunt up until this point or like ramp up to this, then sure, I don't know. Probably 4, but the fact that it's in Hunt, I always make it like a 2 just because I guess Hunter has some pretty decent beasts it could synergize with, so maybe a 3.
Alright. Is that overall or compared to other heroes?
Compared to the other heroes, probably like a 2. It's just like it's got a cool hero power, but the initial effect is impressive.
Okay.
Cheap.
Next card, 4 mana 5/4. After you play a secret, put a random hunter secret into the battlefield. I think this card's a piece of shit.
Well satted, at least.
Sorta.
I don't know. Your opponent sort of has to kill it.
Yeah, but that also means you have to be running a ton of secrets to be able to have this and that in your hand at the same time.
Was it Hunter Secrets? It's really shit. So the running like even fucking Freezing Trap, which used to be insane because of like
aggro. Like it's not that good anymore.
Yeah, so many low cost cards now. Terrible. So yeah, I mean, if you get the effect off, great. But
and more so, these Death Rattle decks aren't going to be running that many secrets. So it doesn't even work with those.
Yeah, it doesn't fit in any apart from like some memey secret hunt thing.
Yeah.
So
Okay. I'll give it 1 star.
yeah, oh maybe 2 stars.
All right. I'm gonna eat my words on that one. Okay. Mage cards. You know, the strongest class in Hearthstone. Let's see how they're
Mhm.
going this expansion. 3 mana free fall. If an enemy is frozen, draw a card.
Yeah, I
It's
mean
okay.
it's well statted.
Yeah.
It's good. Like
Okay, actually, we're gonna
have
speed this up really fast. This has been like half an hour for 2 classes.
oh really?
Okay, okay. Whew. 3 mana free fall. This card is okay. I give it 3 stars. Has potential. Bixby.
Yeah, 3 stars. Drawing a card that was good.
Yeah.
Conditions not too hard. Right.
Okay. Next up, Frozen Clone Secret. After your opponent plays a minion, add 2 copies of it to your hand.
Yeah.
It really depends on what the meta is. If the meta's got like, I don't know, really fucking good minions, which it always does, then it has potential to be good. Against aggro decks, this card kind of fucking sucks. I give it
Yeah.
3 stars. Yeah, 3 stars.
3 stars.
Actually, I'm gonna give it 2. I lied. Okay, next up. 1 mana, deal 2 damage to random enemy minion and freeze it. So it's like, I think
Arcane
this
Blast
card's, yeah, to a random one.
to a random one. Freeze opinion.
It
It's
can
random.
also remove a 2-drop, like Knife Juggler or some shit. So,
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm going to give it the... Oh, freeze can be good in certain situations. I'm going to give it 3 stars. Yeah, again.
yeah, I know. It's the fact that it's random. I know it does. You kind of want to target freezes most of the time.
Yeah. Okay, next up, Ghastly Conjurer, 4 mana, 2/6, battle cry, add a mirror image to your hand. If this card had Taunt, it would be fucking insane, but it doesn't.
I mean, it's ticking quest mage.
Yep, it's good for Quest Mage. Everything else, it's kind of meh. It's
Yeah.
okay. Can be pretty good in Arena, protect the cards that you currently have. I'm going to give this 3 stars, just like all the other Mage cards.
Yeah, I know. Average 3 stars.
Okay, next
Best
up,
Mage 4.
the worst Mage card. 3 mana free to your opponent's spells cost 1 more. This card's a piece of shit. 1 star.
Yeah, star. 3 mana cost is terrible.
Yep. Okay, next up, Ice Walker. 2 mana, 1 free. Your hero power also freezes the target.
Yeah. No, like stars maybe.
What?
I really don't think it's actually that great.
I actually think this card's really good and I'm giving it 4 stars.
Really?
Yeah, I think this has insane potential. You're
I can see it being
effectively
good and-
adding removal to your hero power because you can just use it every turn on some big fucking minion. And I don't know, I feel like this works well in Mage, to be
Yeah,
honest.
but pretty hard to protect. It's pretty low health, so
Yeah, it's still free health for 2 mana.
maybe 3 stars.
I don't know, this is definitely better in Arena than it is in
Oh yeah.
Standard, but I like the card. I'll be using it. I'm giving it 4 stars. Next up, Glacial Mysteries. It's a mysterious challenger, +2 mana, -6/6 body.
Hmm. Was it Made Secret's better value than what is it? Paladin ones, obviously, because they cost 3 and 1. But what was it? Still not really that great. Like, what you're not going to play this in Secret Mage because you want to sort of rush them down a bit more. So
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I don't think this card's very good.
Really.
At first, I thought it was really OP, but then I went, hang on. Current Secret Mage revolves around drawing them out of your deck with super cheap fucking minions, like decently statted minions. You draw the things, and then you play the card and play the secret for free. Secret
no.
Mage is revolved around playing secrets for no cost, correct?
Yeah.
Except maybe slightly understated minions for it. But now it's like, do you want to play 8 mana and get potentially 5 secrets? But the thing is, Secret Mage usually only runs 3 or 4 different kinds of secrets anyway.
Yeah, like
'Cause-
unless you want to put a bunch of like average secret,
Yeah.
and
So-
I know most of them don't really synergize well.
Yeah, but I would give this
So,
2
yeah.
stars, but I feel like I'm going to eat my words and it will say play, so I'm giving it 3 stars.
I know I'm gonna stick with my 2 stars.
Pharaoh. Okay, next up, 3 mana. Copy the lowest cost minion in your hand. I don't see this. Am I missing something?
What is it?
What?
Like, obviously, you can try and do some fun combos with it
Yeah,
by only having like really high cost minions, or
it's fun
trying
for
to do.
fucking memes, but memes don't make you win constructed. 1 star.
I'll go 2 because it might randomly spark some crazy combo deck that I just haven't seen at all.
Yeah,
So
I might eat my words on that one. Okay. Frostlich Jaina, 9 mana, summon a water elemental. Your water elementals have lifesteal for the rest of the game. And 5 armor,
5
obviously.
stars.
Yeah. Yeah, this is 5 stars. This is really strong.
Was it just so like because you're already gonna have probably like 1 element field or something like that. So at the turn you play this, you're already healing.
Yeah, I also forgot to mention the hero power, deal 1 damage, just kills a minion, summon a water elemental. Yeah, the thing is, people will say, oh, it's too slow. But if it's at 9 mana, right?
Yeah.
If you survive to 9 mana against aggro, you're probably already winning. This card is not meant to be against aggro because you would have lost the game by then.
I mean, plus, what is it? With a lot of decks, I can usually deal with aggro, potions and frost.
Mage has heaps of other options for aggro. This card would dominate against other control decks, or any sort of deck that pressures you or you being low on health, like Hunter or something like that.
I also like how it changes mages from being like most control mages are so burny. So this one can actually sort of make a new type of mage, which just outlasts your opponent, sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. I give this card 5 out of 5. Compared to the other heroes, I also give it 5 out of 5.
Yeah,
it's probably one of the best heroes. Okay. Oh, we didn't discuss the legendary. 8 mana, 8/8. Summon 2 0/1s, which when they die, you get a random legendary. I think it's really good. I think it's really good.
I think it's good. I think it's even better if you already have Frostlich Jaina on the board, because you place into gross, so you ping one of the 0/1s, sorry.
Yeah.
Suddenly you've got an 8/8 and a 3/6 on the board. I know. I think it's pretty good.
Yep, I think it's pretty solid. And, you know, you could get Prophet Velen.
You get a lot of shit, dude. And there's a lot of big legendary. I say that there's also like 3 really shitty legendaries that came out, but
and all the Prince cards. Okay, Paladin cards. 4 mana, 3/2, charge and lifesteal. You got to think, man, where is this card seeing play? Is it anti-aggro? Is it something? Is it something else?
Oh, is it like, are you going to play this instead of True Silver Champion?
Yeah, okay. Thing here is that people think that this card is a piece of shit, right? Now, this card is actually anti-aggro, right?
I mean, it does heal you, yeah.
Yeah. The point of this card is to not actually trade into the enemy minions. It's to go face.
And then what?
Literally, when you're versing aggro, you drop this turn 4 and you go face. You don't even trade into the fucking minions.
Oh yeah, I guess if they do then trade into it.
Well, they have to, or you're going to be healing free every turn.
Trade minions into it.
Yeah, they have to trade into it, or you'll be healing for free every turn.
I mean, unless they, cast a spell on it, and there's not too many spells in most aggro decks.
Yeah, and it has, most aggro decks run weapons. If they're using a weapon, they've also got to trade into it. You literally just go face with this card unless you desperately need something removed. You're guaranteed 6 healing against aggro decks if you go face when you play this.
That's a good point.
And they're forced to remove it. Most people think this card's a piece of shit. I'm actually going to give it 4 stars.
Alright, no. I'll show you a point. That's quite good.
Okay. Your rating. Yeah.
I'll stick with yours. Yeah, 4 stars seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah. Although it might turn out to be a piece of shit. But I'm hoping my logic prevails. 1 mana, 1/1, Taunt Divine Shield. It's Ardent Squire, Met Taunt, V2. So.
Ardent Squire's already pretty decent minion.
Yeah, especially in Paladin. I think this card is actually really good, especially against aggro.
Especially with the synergies that it has with all the other cards. So
Yeah, although it is a nerf to our lovely friend.
Paladin Command.
No, whatever that cunt is that lets you discover a taunt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a nerf to him, unfortunately.
True, but I don't know. Paladin can have another couple good taunts. I almost say it's a good thing. Lowers their pool a little bit, so you're not going to get Tyrion all the time.
Here's a weird minion. I mean spell. Wait, no, we didn't rate that. I give it 3 stars.
I know.
I don't think it's auto-include, but yeah, I give it 3. Next up, Dark Conviction. It's a 2 mana, set of minions attack and health to 3, also known as the 4 mana 3/4, except without a 2 mana 3/4 of stats. Right?
Yeah.
They did a similar thing in the next card, a couple down, Desperate Stand. As in, they removed the minion from it or removed the secret from it. Yeah. And gave you more control over how it works and the versatility of the mana cost. Which in this case is reducing the mana cost, but increasing the versatility. And Desperate Stand is increasing the mana cost, but making it more reliable. Yeah. So, I don't know. It can obviously be used on your own minions, but if you're doing that, you're losing value. Most likely. Yeah. Although it can work as an impromptu heal to an early game minion. If you trade in, survives with 1 health, play this, put it back to 3 health. But I just don't see it seeing play. No. It's too situational to be effective. I'm giving it 2 stars.
This is a solid aggro paladin with a bunch of divine. And yeah, 2 stars sounds about reasonable.
Okay, next up, 3 mana 2/2 Battlecry, draw a Divine Shield minion. I think this card's terrible.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's 3 mana 2 to essentially draw a card if you're playing a pretty shield heavy deck. So...
Yeah, if Divine Shield actually becomes a really good thing, but I feel like it's going to fall short just like the Paladin Quest did.
Alright. Cool.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll stick it with 3 stars.
It depends how strong the Paladin Legendary is, to be honest. It's a hard one to evaluate, that one. Because it all depends on whether Divine Shield actually becomes good or not. Okay, did I say 2 stars? Actually, I'm going to stick with that. Yeah, 2 stars.
Okay.
Okay. That's a very iffy one. It might end up being good, and I'm going to hate myself. Next up is Desperate Stand. Give a minion Death Rattle, return this to life with 1 health. Also known as Revive Your Tyrion.
Yeah. I don't like it that much.
I think it's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Maybe. It does work in Azoth Paladin and Wild. Which is nice. I guess so.
But still, just...
Like, putting this on your Khan is a very good thing. But at the same time, a lot of the Paladin decks that ran the secret of summoning it back to 1 health, Redemption, they ran primarily big minions. So you could sort of control what minion procced it anyway because you'd only have 1 or 2 on the board. Yeah. This just... You're paying an extra mana cost for an effect to make it more precise, but...
It's already pretty precise.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I don't see a reason to run this over the...
Just the secret in general.
Yeah. The other part of versatility to it is that cards that have a negative effect that your opponent plays, you can make happen twice. Which... Yeah. But that's a very situational thing. Like if they're playing Deathlord or something in Wild, you can then bring it back to life and summon another fucking minion. But, you know, too situational. 1 star. I'll give it 1.
Yeah. 1 star. Just doesn't seem worth the extra 1 mana.
Okay. Next up, 4 mana 5/2. Death Rattle. If it's your opponent's turn, summon a 2/2 Ghoul. It's a very similar card. In Warrior, they got a new card like this, where if your opponent trades into it, you get more bonuses out of it. And a point that I made a while ago is that it gives your opponent a choice. Because these minions are statted aggressively, as in they've got more attack than health, they can sort of, if your opponent doesn't want to trade into them, you can probably get a value trade out of it. Because you're trading upwards, because it's got more attack. Yeah. If your opponent does decide to trade into it, then, well, you get more value. Like, this will be, what, a 4 mana 7/4? If your opponent trades into it, technically.
Yeah.
I like the cards. It brings in a lot more decision making. Whether these cards are going to be good or not really depends on the meta, to be honest. Like, if it's all aggro, then this card's a piece of shit because they're just going to ignore it and then you're going to have to trade in. And you won't get very good value trades because aggro has low health minions anyway. And you might as well just play a True Silver instead.
Pretty much.
But it really depends on whether aggro is prevalent. If aggro is prevalent, this card's fucking 1-star. If control's more the way to go, then this card is pretty good value if you drop it on turn 4. In which case, it'll probably be like 3 or 4 stars. I'll say 4 because I'm feeling kind. If control is prevalent.
If control is prevalent, I know. I'd still only really see it as like a 3 mana card, 3-star card, just because they probably have better ways to remove it. Plus, a 2/2 isn't aggro.
Yeah, it's going to force a spell of some sort. Spell or warrior, spell or weapon trade, because obviously they don't want you to trade into a higher health minion.
Yeah, and plus, that hitting your face a few times could get a bit painful, but...
Yeah, it's got potential.
Yeah, I know. I'll go... It's got potential, but it's still not that great potential in my opinion. I think the warrior one's a bit better. But I know, I'd go 2 stars.
Yeah, the effect is definitely better in warrior. Okay, next up, Light Sorrow. 4 mana 1/4 after a friendly minion loses Divine Shield, gain +1 attack. This card has the potential to be insane.
Yeah. I mean, the 4 fucking durability is...
Yeah.
So good.
Now, but, what card do we compare this to?
I mean, what is it? I guess you'd sort of ask if it's replacing True Silver.
No,
question.
Wrong, Vixie. What we compare this to is the best rogue weapon that ever existed, Poison Blade.
The best one?
You know, the amazing 4 mana 1/3 whenever you hero power, gain +1 attack.
Ah, right. I see where you're going with it, I think.
Yeah. The thing is, that card was a giant piece of shit. Why was it a giant piece of shit? Because Inspire was a piece of shit, right? Because this came out in TGT, which Inspire was like the main fucking meme. But because Inspire was shit, Poison Blade was shit. Are Divine Shield's going to be shit? I'm going to say no.
They don't seem as bad as...
Yeah, I think it's got a lot more chance. I see Divine Shield Paladin being at least tier 2. I don't think it'll be strong enough for tier 1. Once again, it depends what's really in the meta. Divine Shield is a lot stronger in certain matchups. You know, if control becomes a thing, what do we see? We'll probably see combo decks come around.
Yeah.
In which case Divine Shield is shitty against combo decks, unless it's got Taunt as well. But none of the new cards have Taunt, besides the 1 mana 1/1.
Yeah.
So, it all depends on the meta. Against aggro, this Divine Shield is pretty good, because it can trade into multiple minions. Against control, it's okay, but not great. So I'm going to give this weapon purely on the fact that I'm thinking Divine Shield is going to be an okay deck. This card is probably an auto-include. And I'll give it 4 stars.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be, it doesn't need to have, like the 3 or 4 attack that the dream is, like the first couple of turns that you use it. Like you can only, like when you play it, you can only have 2 attack, so... Oh no, the fact that it gets progressively better though, as you play more Divine Shield minions, so it's probably as well.
Yeah, like... You know, it's not uncommon to see like 3 or 4 Divine Shield minions on the board at once with Paladin. if they play that 3 mana free 1 health minions get Divine Shield.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen times where that just gets tons of fucking 1 health minions with Divine Shield. And if you play this and then trade in 4 Divine Shields instantly, you have a 4 mana 5/4 weapon. Which is like just insane. You can just go face 4 turns in a row and nearly fucking kill them. Like,
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of weapon removal in
yeah,
this meta.
but it also depends on how good aggro warrior is. Will determine how much weapon removal is run. Because it's not like Shaman runs fucking big cunt anymore. You know what I mean? Big dog.
Yeah. The 2/8, yeah.
Yeah.
I get
So,
that.
you know, it depends on how warrior goes, but I still give it 4 stars.
Probably should move on.
What do you give it?
Yeah, I said 4 stars. Sounds pretty good.
Okay, yeah. Okay, next up is Blackguard, 6 mana, 3/9. One of your heroes heal, deal that much damage to a random enemy minion. I think this card is potentially really good.
I mean, what was it?
I'm just thinking in Wild with Ragnarok's Light Lord.
Yeah, that would be pretty good. I mean, even with True Silver, it's actually not bad because if you like it heals yourself before you attack the minion, and if it kills the minion, apparently you keep the weapon charge, but you also keep the heal, and you can attack again with it. I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, I know Paladin's got a lot of decent healings for their face, so pretty good. Yeah, go stars. Got nice high health to alive.
Yeah. Okay.
What about you?
I think I like its stats. I like 3/9s for 6 mana. They last a long time. Whether the effect is strong. Oh, Bixby. This Works of Life still.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, okay. Works of Life still. The 4 mana free too. My boy's coming back. My boy, I tell you, man.
What is it? Yeah, that works with Burn Bristle. Yeah, I think it's good.
We look at Paladin's current 6 drops. What do we have? Not much, right? We got Spike Ridge Steed, which isn't even a 6 drop. It's a fucking spell.
Yeah, and plus, what is it? It's I don't know. I was gonna say if it was 5 boss, then it would work really well to go into a Spike Ridge.
Yeah, if it was 5, that'd be fucking insane. Like even like a 5 mana 2/8, and then Spike Ridge next turn would be really good. Okay, next up. Did I rate that? I'm gonna give it 3, to be honest. 3 or 4. 3.5 maybe? Yeah, 3.5. Why not?
I didn't know we did.
No, we're not doing halves. That's a bad idea. I'll say 3. You know, it requires other cards to be good, so it loses a point there. Okay, next up is Balor Firelord. It's a 5 mana, 1/7 with Divine Shield. After a friendly minion loses Divine Shield, gain to attack. Potentially really fucking good.
I know. Like I was saying earlier, because it's 5 health, it's got it's 5 cost and it has a lot of health. Leads right into an excellent
Spike Ridge Steed
turn. So yeah.
And then a great silence after that.
I would be surprised if like silence came in hard these decks.
I don't know. With all the new hero cards, you can't really silence them. And it's like
true, but
depends.
There's so many death rattle cards.
Yeah. Well, luckily I don't think there's any silence cards this set. I don't think. Okay. Anyway, I give it 4 stars to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's actually really strong.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are like, "Oh no, it's gonna take too long," but no.
Well, it just gave people PTSD from fucking the other Bolvar. Because the old one was also called Bolvar.
Yeah.
Why they put the same thing? I don't know my WoW history. I don't understand.
This one, I think it was like attacked by a dragon or something. I might be pissing off every WoW person listening.
It was the GBG legendary, yeah. 5 mana, 1/7. It's not the exact same. Oh, of course it's the same thing. It's the same person. Duh.
Yeah. except this one's
Whenever a friendly minion
arguably a lot
dies
better.
while this is in your hand, gain +1 attack. Yeah, okay, that card was a piece of shit, but for different reasons. This card you
Yeah.
can play onto an empty board, and it's bad, but it's not too bad, because it procs at 1 shield, then becomes a free 7. So, yeah, 4 stars from me.
Alright. And then Uther
Oh yeah,
of the
this
Ebon
card.
Blade.
This big boy, Battlecry, Equip, an Ashbringer with lifesteal.
Yep.
Gain 5 armor. Hero power, fucking summon a 2/2 horseman. If you have all 4, destroy the enemy hero. Please note that these horses all have their own unique names, so you can't.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. So that removes a lot of the combo potential of fucking just getting all 4 horsemen, because they have to be each individual one. You can't copy them, clone them, faceless them, etc.
You still got to notice that it's sort of like a strict upgrade to their old hero. You know, instead of summoning a 1/1, summoning a 2/2. Just good.
With the pressure of if you don't kill them, you lose the game.
Yeah.
And the 5/3 Weapon of Lifesteal is very good. If it didn't have Lifesteal, this card would fucking suck, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Like,
But
Lifesteal carries this card pretty hard.
Mm.
Overall, I think this is a
Pretty
4
good,
out of 5 compared to other hero cards. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I know. I think I might keep it both at 4 out of 5. Just got a strong hero power effect. It's not as good as Mage, in my opinion, but I don't know. Still probably 4 out of 5.
Okay, well, moving on. The best class in Hearthstone. With the best history of the strongest cards and best combos and highest win rate at legend rank, Priest.
Let's not forget about Purify. So close to my heart.
Purify. Okay, first card, Spirit Lash, also known as the card that carries Priest to become tier 1. 2 mana, deal 1 damage to all minions, lifesteal.
Yep, good.
Really fucking good. Really good. Yum, fucking love it. Not much to say. I'm going to give this... Of course, the dream is against aggro, but because not every deck is aggro, it's going to lose a couple bonus points. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. Just it's not instantly going to game win when you play it, but
well, it can turn 4 with Falnos, but
true. And I know if you're against aggro and you play turn 2, still pretty good. Probably clear a few minions. So yeah, I don't know. 4 seems good.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, Shadow Ascendant. 2 mana, 2/2. At the end of your turn, give a friendly minion +1/+1. I think this card sucks.
Good in arena.
Yeah, you know, the dream is Northshire into this, right?
Hmm.
You know, that'd be nice. You get a 1 mana,
How
2/4.
often does Northshire live?
Quite often, to be honest, unless it's Fiery War Axe. Like, mages aren't going to waste a Frostbolt on Northshire, are they? You know, I think Northshires live quite a lot.
Yeah, I don't know, especially with some they typically live. So yeah, I might be being pessimistic.
Yeah, but anyway, this card sucks.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just you could argue that's 2 mana for a 3/3, with one of those damages being, you know, fast.
Yeah. The one problem is there's lots of 2 damage removal, and of course you'd prefer a 3 health minion against 2 damage removal.
What is it?
You know,
Also the fact that yeah, what is it? There's the other Radiant Elemental. I'd much prefer that minion for this one.
yes, definitely.
So,
Okay, so I'm gonna give it 2 stars.
yeah,
I was tempted to do 1, but you know, all priest cards are OP, so none of them can be 1.
Oh yeah.
Okay, next up, 3 mana, 3/3 Lifesteal. A lot of people think this card is a piece of shit. Once again, I think Lifesteal cards are being vastly underrated, and this card is pretty good. The best comparison to this is the Paladin one, obviously. 4 mana, 3/2 charged and fucking whatever. This doesn't have charge, but it does have soft taunt.
Got the extra health. I know. I'm not going to replace the there's other priest 3-drop that give your minions +3 health, but kill it again.
But against aggro, this thing's fucking can win you the game. Like, it'll either force a Fiery War Axe charge. If the aggro deck only has like 2 damage minions, you're going to get 6 health out of this at least. Because you got to remember that hero powering this when it's low on health and then trading with it is more valuable than hero powering itself because you're healing for free instead of 2. Yeah, it costs 2 mana, I know. But Priest has no early game cards anyway, so what else are you going to do? I'm giving this 4 out of 5 just because I think Lifesteal is very underrated.
I don't know. I don't think it's as strong. If it was 3-4, had a bit more survivability, I'd definitely say 4 out of 5, but it's 3-3, I'm going to go 3-star.
Okay. Next up, Eternal Servitude, 4 mana, discover a friendly minion that died this game, summon it.
Yeah.
I don't actually think this is very good.
Really?
I just don't. Like, even if you get injured Blade Master, it's like, this card is not something you want on curve. This is something you want to draw way later on. If you draw this before turn 7, it's like, well shit, you're not going to get much value out of it. Unless you're like fucking Stalling of Doomsayers, then maybe. But, I don't know. Like, Priest probably runs like 2 or 3 big late game drops. You might run your Sarah, might run fucking something else, might run Rag and Wild. It's like, yeah, if you get those, fucking hell yeah. But a lot of Priest's strong effects are battle cries.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And I just think this card is very overrated. A lot of people think it's going to be fucking OP, insane, etc.
I mean, it's still a decent card.
Yeah, but I would give it 3 out of 5 because everyone hypes it up. I'm giving it 2 out of 5 just because fuck everyone, you know?
Nah, I agree with 3 out of 5. Like, I don't know. There's opportunity for it to be insane if the meta is extremely slow, but...
Okay, well, next one. 5 mana, copy 3 cards in your opponent's deck and add them to your hand. What do you think, Bixby?
5 mana, actually draw 3, except they don't really have synergy with your cards. I don't know. Think about Nourish. So Nourish is a pretty strong card. I'd say this is a bit weaker, so I don't know, 3 out of 5.
As much as I don't want to say it, I think this card is really bad. The only reason Hearthstone ever sees play is 1, Priest has fuck all early game, so you can play it turn 3. Priest has a lot stronger 4 and 5 drops, etc. Where they can either play Holy Nova against aggro, something like that. When are you going to have the time to pay 5 mana for this? On top of that, Hearthstone is better to draw later on in the game because you have 7 mana remaining. You can do something with those 2 cards that you get. With this, you have 5 mana remaining. It's like, it obviously offers more value, right? You get another fucking card. But Hearthstone actually gives more cards per mana than this card does. And it still allows you to do stuff afterwards with those cards. I think this card's actually pretty bad. I'm giving it 2 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm trying to outvalue your opponent. Good, but... So, I don't know. 3.
Okay.
I'll stick with 3, but...
Shadow Essence. 6 mana, 5/5. Copy of a random minion in your deck.
I think this is really... Actually,
You think it's what?
I think it's pretty bad.
Okay, here's the thing, Vixie. At first, I thought this card was bad as well. I was like, man, this card's a piece of shit. You know, who's going to play that? 6 mana, 5/5, where's the value there? It's like, oh, I'm not going to gamble that I could get a Rag, could get a Ysera. But then I think, I sit there and I go, what early game cards do Priest run, right? They run Northshire, they run Radiant Elemental, you know, there's Talon Priest, obviously, in which case it's going to get a fucking 6 mana 5/5, which is bad. But a lot of the early game Priest cards have good effects, which are even better when you have 5 health, more survivability on it. And then the late game cards Priest run, a lot of them end turn effects. Ysera, and then with the upcoming neutral,
Good old Lich King.
good old Lich King,
Yeah.
And the new priest card, the 9 mana 4/8 Taunt Lifesteal Death Rattle. Like, I think this card is actually quite good. At first I thought it was shit, but I think this card is sleeper really strong, and I'm giving it 4 out of 5.
I don't know. I think it still needed to be 5 mana. 5 mana for a 5/5 just seems a lot more reasonable. I'm sticking with 3 stars.
Okay,
Average.
next up is 6 mana Embrace Darkness. Entomb, except it takes a turn and puts it on the board immediately. This card's a piece of shit. It's a fucking piece of shit.
We're just gonna trade it in, or
Reduces its health somehow, fucking whatever. This card's bad. Really bad. Also, because at the start of your turn, it doesn't actually... You can't attack with it that turn, I'm fairly sure.
the enemy's turn to be a lot better.
Yeah, at the end of your enemy's turn, gain control of it. Like, if it's at the start of your turn, I'm fairly sure you can't attack with it. You look at cards like... What's another card at the start of your turn? It doesn't fucking... I can't remember. But yeah, if you can attack with it, this card is still bad.
I mean, it's still way too slow.
Yeah, 1 star. 1 star out of 5. I feel bad saying that to Priest, but yeah, 1 star.
Yeah, look. So, I'll stick with you.
Anyway.
Meanwhile, much better epic. In my opinion, at least.
Yes! 6 mana 4/8, Taunt, Lifesteal, Death Rattle, cast a Deadly Shot.
Yeah, I mean, can't argue with it. It's as good.
Yeah, really fucking good.
It's a bit slow, but...
Like, even
I
then,
think the meta's going to be slow enough for it to be there.
every situation you play this. Against aggro you play this, against control you play this, against an empty board you play this. Like, this card's just fucking... You can get copies of it from fucking Barnes, etc. This card is good in every situation, and I'm giving it 5 out of 5.
I mean, pretty much guaranteed at like 8 healing. Yeah, 5 out of 5.
Yeah. It's fucking good. And it's 4 health, so you can beat other priests with it.
Yeah.
Okay, next up. My favourite card of the fucking set, even though it's a piece of fucking shit.
So weird.
Archbishop Benedict, some French baguette meme. 7 mana 4/6 battle cry. Shuffle a copy of your opponent's deck into your deck. Obviously a piece of shit. You don't want your opponent's deck, do you?
I mean, are you going into fatigue? Probably not.
Yeah, but even then, you have to cast this earlier in the game, otherwise you only get like 5 cards when it's near fatigue. Because a copy of your opponent's remaining deck, right? I'm fairly sure it's remaining deck. The wording is probably the same as Reno Jackson, where it only takes into account the deck and not the hand or played cards.
Yeah.
Pretty
sure that.
So it's... I don't know. It's shitty, but it's amazing. 5 out of 5. Constructed 2 out of 5, but I'm giving this card 5 out of 5.
That's I'm like, yeah, 2 out of 5. Not 1 mana, 1 out of 5 just because it's...
Yeah.
Right.
But I love it. I'm going to day 1 craft that if I don't get it. Like, I'm not joking. Which people will probably see in like fucking 36 hours when I upload my fucking opening.
Yeah.
Okay.
John?
Next up.
Actually, a really good card.
Yeah, it's got a lot of potential. It's fucking Priest, 8 mana, Shadow Reaper Anduin, Battlecry, destroy all minions with 5 or more, attack and 5 armor. With hero power being void form, deal 2 damage after you play a card, refresh this. Obvious synergies with Raza, and other shit like that. So, you know, it's nice. What do you think, Bixby?
Destroy all minions with 5 or more attack. Actually, pretty easy to get at least 1 or 2 of those killed. Like get two minions with 5 or more attack killed. I don't know. Hero power is pretty strong, especially with Raza. So while it's not the strongest one, I don't know. Definitely a 4 out of 5 as a normal card, and then I don't know, as a hero card though, maybe like a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I was thinking that 4 overall, 3 out of heroes. You know, against an empty board, this card sucks. It's literally 8 mana, gain 5 armor, change your hero power a little bit. But
I mean, you don't have to get the battle cry effect off. But
yeah, but then it's just really slow. It's like, I don't know.
Then you're spending 8 mana doing nothing turn.
Like,
So, yeah.
whatever. Okay, next up. Probably the most annoying fucking class in the game, Rogue. Is a piece of shit OTK decks. Fucking another cancer. Hate
Sap
it.
just pisses you off.
Yeah.
Alright.
The killer of slow decks.
Plagues.
Plague Scientist, 3 mana, 2/3 combo. Give a friendly minion poisonous. This card is a piece of shit.
Yep, trash.
Yeah,
Cool.
you know, poisonous. Oh, poisonous is cool. In arenas, mostly play, right? But
Oh, yeah,
Rogue-
this is great. But
Rogue did not run many tokens. You know, 2 years ago they did with Violent Teacher, with Miracle Rogue. Now, not so much. If that does have a comeback, which it won't, because no cards in this set will sort of help it.
yeah. What was it?
Although there are obviously auctioneer combos with new cards.
I'd say it's you know that the Jade Rogue. It's alright in that, at least.
Yeah, it's okay in Jade Rogue, but yeah.
Apart from that, pretty much
Yeah,
garbage.
only 2 out of 5.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, Bleaching Poison, give your weapon lifesteal.
1 out of maybe 2.
You see, Rogue Healing is an interesting thing.
Well,
But
yeah.
I can see it. I can see it. This card's bad. It's real bad. You know, Rogue avoids taking damage by just fucking sapping your minions or bloody eviscerating them. They do good value traits. This thing is about hitting them with your shitty fucking weapons.
Yeah. Like, I know if they got one like really good high attack, then sure.
Yeah, when I saw it,
would
I thought it
say
had
yes, do
potential.
it as like a one-off.
Yeah, when I saw the card, I thought it had potential. But now that I think about it, 1 out of 5. Thing is, it doesn't work with the give your weapon card poison. If it did, that'd be okay, because that means you'd heal for the max health of any minions you killed. But because poison doesn't synergize with lifesteal, it's a piece of shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like killing the minion doesn't mean you're taking all its health.
Okay, next up is Bone Baron, which is a weird card. 5 mana, 5/5 Death Rattle, add 2 1/1 skeletons to your hand.
Just a rogue is what.
Yes, obviously it works with Plague Scientist, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, that 1/1 stuff.
Yeah, but tokens, I don't know, it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Not
This
rogue.
card's, it's not rogue. This won't see play. Death Rattle Rogue isn't a thing. 1 out of 5.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna presume these 1/1s are 1 mana each.
Yep, they are.
Yeah, if they're 0 mana, the card would still be like a 2 or a 3. Like,
That's it was those little like if that was 0 mana spells, then same. But you know, not trash.
okay, next up, best rogue weapon in history, and that's not actually saying a lot. 3 mana, 3/2 Battlecry. Your hero's immune this turn. Quite good.
I actually think it's decent. Yeah, I'd almost give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, 3 or a 4. I'm gonna say 4. Yeah, immune is good because you know rogue doesn't want to take damage. The reason why the lifesteal one isn't good is because it's 2 mana and you already need a good weapon equipped. This just gives you basically fucking let you trade it into a 3 or 4 attack minion, most likely at that stage in the game. So it's basically healing you for free as well. Or as in avoiding free damage you would have took. I don't know, it's good. 3 out of 5.
Titans run 3 mana, 3/2s with pretty much like they have effects, but they're not utilizing them at all because they're good cards.
Yeah.
So fact that this actually is a additional effect as well. Yeah, good.
Yeah, okay, next up is Runeforge Haunter. During a turn, your weapon doesn't lose durability.
I mean...
Potential. Big word.
I don't know, just... Can't... Like, you're still taking damage, obviously, which isn't great for Rogue. I don't know.
I'm going to give it 2 out of 5. I don't see it working.
They need more, like, good things with weapons if they're trying to make weapons good for them. But
yeah, but you see, out of all the cards in this set, there's 4 different archetypes. So, you know.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the resurgence of Death Rattle Rogue. Draw a card. If it has Death Rattle, cast this again. Piece of shit card. Someone on fucking Reddit did the calculations. If you have like 25 Death Rattles in your deck, you still on average only draw 3. So, you know, less than that if you're only running.
That's insane.
Yeah, because the odds of
drawing your entire fucking deck as well.
Yeah, but on average, he only drew like 3, because you know you still got those 5 cards, and the odds of not drawing any of them for ages is quite unlikely. But then it's like the Death Rattle cards in Rogue, they're not cheap, especially they're not cheap. So if you're drawing like 8 cards, it's like, well, fuck, you know, now I just got. You're not getting much tempo out of it, because it's just you're going to pay the mana cost of the cards anyway, and Rogue just gets free card draw anyway for Auctioneer and preparations and shit. Like, the archetype isn't a thing because Auctioneer is better. So I'm giving this card 1 out of 5.
Yeah, look, they don't even have good Death Rattles anyway, so yeah, 1.
Okay, Doomerang.
One is actually I kind of like.
Okay, hear me out. Wait. No, don't worry. For some reason I thought there was a fucking poison weapon that Rogue had, and I was like, this card's OP with a poison weapon. You can equip it, use this, returns to your hand, you have the poison weapon again. But there isn't one. You can add poisonous, and then I think this will work with it.
Yeah, it works with the lifesteal as well, apparently. It heals you.
Yeah, so...
I think it's just a good card, but obviously it's not going to be Rogue. But...
Yeah. You know, Rogue doesn't have very valuable weapons, as in, most of them only have 2 durability. So, having the fact that you can play it again doesn't really give you that much value. Because potentially doing this, like let's say you play Shadowblade the turn before, that means you paid 3 mana for a 3 damage be immune. It's like a fucking bash. And then it returns to your hand as another 3/2 weapon. It's like, this card's okay, but I don't think it'll cut it. I'm giving it 2 stars. I
mean, it's a low cost spell, which you could argue is good with Auctioneer, but yeah, no, it's not great. I think it's 3 stars just because future things could make it better, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, next up, 6 mana 5/5 combo, deal damage equal to the number of other cards you've played this turn. Too high mana cost. Yeah.
You're not going to play this instead of fucking Auctioneer, are you? Like,
well, no, but I don't think it wants you to use Auctioneer, yeah.
Well, like, you've got to...
You know, if Rogue had Innovates, maybe, but...
Yeah, look, they've got coins, man.
You know, I'm going to wait. I know combo isn't Battlecry, never mind. Damn it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I want the fucking wild combos of Bran where you do OTKs of this card.
But, yeah, it's combo, not Battlecry.
Yeah. Okay, this card's a piece of shit. Potentially. I'll give it 2 stars. I should be giving it 1, but I'm giving it 2.
Yeah, I know. It would be somewhere between 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'll give it 2. Whatever. Okay, 4/1 4/5 Battlecry. Place spells in your hand of random spells from your opponent's class. It's good in Burgle Rogue, shit and everything else. Fucks you over in Miracle because those cards you want to combo with. It might be like, you know, a YOLO card and you're like, shit, I got no options, I'm going to lose this game. I need some random spells from other classes. But, you know, you don't run cards like that because they're bad. So, Burgle Rogue, lots of fun. It's a deck I love to play, so I will be playing this card in it. But bloody constructed wise, 2 out of 5.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Comfort.
Decent stats, but anything except Burgle Rogue, this thing sucks in. Okay, next up. Very cool card.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
Rogue Hero card. 9 mana Battlecry against stealth until your next turn, which basically makes you immune to everything except Mind Blast, Abyssal Enforcer, stuff
so
like that.
AoE that hits your face, yeah.
Yeah. Or
We'll
stuff.
play all that.
Or Sinister Strike, man. For your Malygos Rogue, am I right? Anyway. Its hero power is a passive, and during your turn, you get a Shadow Reflection added to your hand. A Shadow Reflection is a card that transforms into any card that you play, so then you can play it again. You only get one of these per turn, and at the end of your turn, if you don't use it, it gets discarded. So, you can only do it once every turn. The combos are potentially insane. You know, you got Cold Bloods, you got heaps of other shit it works with. You can have fucking heal bots in Wild. You can... I don't know. This opportunities are fucking endless with this, isn't it?
I mean, yeah. Like, can't... if you use a prep, cast another spell, and then you cast... it doesn't prep, it turns into the last spell you cast.
Yeah.
Cool as well.
It's card as well, not just spell.
I'm sure you'll see like a lot of people misplaying this completely.
Yeah.
But,
I think it has really good potential, and it's one of the most interesting cards in the set, probably.
So you can't underestimate the stealth that you get as well.
Yeah, it's basically just an ice block, sorta. So I'm thinking there could be some weird combo with this, so I'm going to give it 4 out of 5. In regards to other heroes, it all depends. It all depends on what this card turns into in a control deck. But I'll give it 4 out of 5. I'm not going to rate it compared to other heroes because I got no fucking clue.
Too unreliable with that passive. It could also just be like useless. So no, 4 out of 5.
Okay. Shaman. My boy Shaman.
Really weird.
Yeah. So they have fucking more Murlocs, which I love because I love playing Quest Shaman in Wild, which is actually really strong in Wild. So the first card is a 2-mana 2/2 Burlock. Battlecry freeze an enemy. I think this card is extremely good in Murloc decks. Yeah, extremely.
It stops people from trading into a lot of them Murlocs you want to protect.
Yeah.
Freeze the right minions. So
yeah, I think this card is insanely good. Turn 1, turn 1 you fucking quest. So you quest, coin, Tidecaller into this, onto whatever minion they play, and then next turn War Leader, win the fucking game. Like, freeze is a lot more valuable in a Murloc deck than most other decks. And I think this card will be auto-include. Auto-include. Right. So Priest deck, Quest... I'm actually going to give this card a 5 out of 5. I think every Shaman deck in the history of Forever and Wild will always use this card. Every Shaman Murloc deck.
I know, you are a Wild player. I'm much standard. So, I don't know. Everyone's saying it's like, it's just the Glacial Shard except with 1 more health and 1. But I don't know. I don't think you have to underestimate the freeze effect. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty good. In standard though, it's only getting 3 out of 5, probably.
Yeah, fair enough. I'd say that in standard too, because Quest Shaman isn't even a thing. Okay, next up is Ice Fishing. 2 mana, draw 2 marks from your deck. This card sucks dick. Surprising to hear, but it does suck massive fucking donkey dick. Alright?
Huh.
Shaman does not have a problem in Wild. You've got Neptulian, you've got the 4 mana 2/5 whenever a Murloc dies, draw a card. You're never struggling for cards. And by the time you run out struggling for cards, you complete your fucking quest, and you get a whole handful of cards again. This card is not needed. It's not needed.
I
But
mean,
in standard, it might help.
yeah, I know. In standard, they're a bit less. Like I don't actually. I've never played the Murloc ones. I don't know what problems their deck actually has, but
Yeah. Anyway, in
I
wild,
don't
I'm
know.
gonna give
Draw always
this.
helps.
I'm gonna give this 2 out of 5 in wild.
All right, yeah, I know. I'll stick with 2 with you. I can't really.
Okay, next up is Drakari Defender, 3 mana, 2/8 with Taunt, Overload free.
Yeah.
Obvious comparison is Death Lord. This card is bad compared to Death Lord, right? Thing about this card is in wild, if you fucking protect this, put it in front of your Tunnel Trog, you win the game.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty insane that with the Overload 3 and Wild. That I don't know, it pretty much gets rid of any next turn that you have.
Yeah.
Even the good old meme 4 mana 7/7 that only had Overload of 2.
You know, you'd run Death Lord over this in every situation unless you're running Overload synergies.
Yeah, I don't know. It's obviously good for its stats, but I think the Overload 3 might be a bit
Too
too much
much.
to make it.
Even with 2, it wouldn't even be that overpowered. It would be strong,
Yeah.
but wouldn't be super auto include. Although I might fucking eat my words on that one. Okay, I'm going to give it 3 for potential.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll just give it 2. It just Overload 3 seems too bad.
Yeah, Pharaoh. Okay. Next is Icebreaker. 3 mana, 1 free weapon. Destroy any frozen minion damaged by this. Okay. Here's my little rant. This card sucks because Freeze Shaman is not going to be a thing.
That's 100% agreeable.
Yeah.
I was expecting a lot more like good freeze cards from Blizzard to be created, seeing that they're pushing this shaman, but like what was it? You got maybe 3 average ones, one pretty good one. And yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's just
Go
bad.
with this.
Like, it's a really good card, technically, but because Freeze Shaman sucks, I'm giving this a 2 out of 5.
Oh no. Probably 2 out of 5, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next up is a 5 mana 2/7 Taunt, freeze any character damage by this minion. This card's actually decent.
I think that's really good. I think it's like a 4 out of 5, honestly.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5. Even in non-freeze decks, freeze can be really strong. Can be. Of course, freeze is better in other decks where you need to stall for something or you need minions to protect, like Murlocs. Okay, which technically this would work, but you wouldn't run this in a Murloc deck. Yeah, 3 out of 5. I think it's pretty good. Out of the freeze cards, it's probably the best.
Yeah, it's definitely the best out of the freeze cards. I don't know. It's insane against aggro. So much health. 2 damage kills a lot of low cost aggro cards and it freezes any other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Really quite good. Even if not aggro matchup, good as well. So.
Okay, well, I get 3, you get 4. Next one is Avalanche. 4 mana, freeze a minion and deal 3 damage to adjacent ones. So the minion you freeze does not get hurt. And the ones next to it take 3 damage. It's bad. I think Lightning Storm is better.
Like, situation with other AoEs would be not run over this one. Yeah. I don't know. I think we go 2. Yeah. What do you think?
You know, I just got fucked in my game of fucking Hearthstone. Fuck this cunt. Okay. Yeah, I think it sucks really bad. And even, you know, yeah, it sucks in everything. Even in freeze tech, it's not even that good. The value isn't even that high because there isn't enough freezing synergy. So I give it 1 out of 5. Yeah. Okay. Next one is Cryostasis. It's an epic 2 mana. Give a minion +3/+3 and freeze it.
I mean, he played on the turn that something arrives on the board. It's just a 3/3 buff, technically.
I think it's really fucking terrible.
I mean, yeah, it's obviously not great, but I don't think it's as trash as everyone. Honestly, standard play.
And there was a card I was thinking of that was sort of similar, but just better in every aspect. But I can't remember what it was. Like, this card is just... No. You're paying fucking... You know what this does work in?
What?
Fucking, like... Defender of Argus can't attack Shaman decks, right?
Oh.
You give this to the fucking 3 mana 4/8 after it has been given taunt from some taunt giver. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. 2 mana for a free, but then it's like, there's not enough free synergy to make this card any good.
Like, I know they're obviously trying to make the legendary good, like you'd freeze one of your own minions, but it's just
it costs too much for that. If this thing was 1 mana, it still wouldn't even be that good.
Yeah.
Like, and because of that, and not enough synergies, I'm giving this 1 out of 5. I think in future expansions, it's got potential. Obviously, free Shaman is going to be around for more than just this expansion. I'm fairly sure. Because there's a lot of cards in this set for it, and obviously not enough to make it viable.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be so wrong about this, though. But, yeah, I give this 1 out of 5.
I know. I'll stick with 2. I don't be too harsh on it.
Next up is Snow Fury Giant. It's an 11 mana 8/8. Costs 1 less for each mana crystal you've overloaded this game. What overload cards do they have? We got that 4 mana 2/6 that heals you. No, 4 mana 3/6. Other good overload cards are not many. This card has potential. In Wild, it's a lot better. I'm going to give it 3 out of 4. No. Whoa. 3 out of 5? You see, Jade Shaman would prefer to run Sea Giant instead. So, I'm going to give it 3 out of 5.
Yeah. 3 out of 5 sounds reasonable. Doesn't seem...
Okay, next is a pack filler, Marabi. 6 mana 4/4. Whenever another minion is frozen, add a copy of it to your hand. You know...
I can get this card. I'm going to be so pissed.
Shut the fuck up. Okay. Yeah, Marabi, piece of shit. If you get him, disenchant him. Or wait, hang on. Do you get increased dust if they get buffed?
I
don't think you do. Cards don't get buffed in Hearthstone anyway. So
when's the last time you saw a buff card?
Yeah, Maravi, piece of shit because freeze sucks. 1 out of 5.
Cool.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, talk, Bixby.
Okay. Yeah, look, shit card. Nothing else really to it.
Okay. Oh, what do you give it?
Oh, right, yeah, I know. 1.
Good choice. Next up is the Shaman Hero, Thrall Deathseer, 5 mana, Battlecry, transform your minions into red, and once it costs 2 more. You get 5 armor as well for 5 mana, which isn't even that terrible. Well, it is, but that's not the point. Anyway, makes your hero power into an impromptu evolve for 1 minion. This card is actually probably the best.
I think it's the best hero one.
I think it is the best hero one.
Really? I mean, it's got a pretty strong...
And it's only 5 mana. That's the thing. If this card was like 7 or 8 mana, nah, this card's a piece of shit. But 5 mana, you can actually effectively play this on curve and get value out of it.
Yeah, I guess you've got a point.
Because Evolves also have the bonus. Now, you don't normally see this in Current Evolve Shaman, because Current Evolve Shaman, you evolve it on the turn you play it. Right? You just drop Doppelganger, play Evolve, boom, done. Evolving a minion also works as a heal. And since you have it on hero power, you can effectively heal your minions whenever they get low by transforming them. There's a lot of value there that people don't realise. It's because back in GVG, when they brought in that 2 mana free to transform a minion into a minion at the same cost, I used to use that card as like a little heal because you just change it whenever it got to like 1 or 2 health. I think the Shaman hero power is actually extremely strong. I think the battle cry is very strong. In fact, the battle cry is almost 5 mana worth, honestly. I would pay 4 mana for that effect in certain evolved decks. Because transforming into 2 more is a lot. Doppelgangers will turn into 6 drops. Right? Or no, they're 5 drops each time. They'll turn into 7 drops. That's insane. There's good legendaries at 7 drops. I think this Shaman hero power is the best in terms of value. Because you can actually play it on turn 5. So I'm giving it 5 out of 5.
I know, the fact that it's so low cost definitely is benefit. Yeah, I know. I'm not sure if it's a straight up 5 out of... Like, it's still pretty late in the... Or is it transforming the thing? And usually you want to do that as sort of a tempo play. Like, you're not doing it at turn, like, you're not going to be playing immediately on turn 5 most of the time, I wouldn't think.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. If the meta is a lot more controlly, though, then yeah, it'll be a lot better.
What do you give it?
I don't know. So definitely give it like a 4 out of 5.
And in regards to other heroes?
Yeah. The fact that it's so cheap.
Wait, you cut out for a bit there.
Oh. Yeah. I'd also give it a 4 out of 5 compared to other heroes.
Yeah. Okay, next up we got Warlock. First one is a 1 mana 1/1, destroy a friendly minion in game +2/+2. This card is terrible. Absolutely atrocious.
I mean, it comes with those eggs sort of thing. Bad.
Okay, eggs, yeah, in Wild this works better, right? But honestly, in Wild, I'd rather run Power Overwhelming of an egg and then Void Terror it. Like, I don't know. I feel like this won't make the cut. I heard some people say, oh, you drop this with the 1 mana 1/1 Death Rattle summon 1/1. It's like, wow, you just paid 2 mana for a 1/1 and a free. Oof, value, man. That's not even that good. I don't think this card will see any play, honestly. It might in Wild with Imgang Boss and eggs, but I don't think it'll see play anywhere else. So I'm giving it 2 out of 5.
Alright. Yeah, I guess that seems fair. Like, I don't know.
Okay, now the next one. 3 mana, 3/6 demon. Whenever this minion takes damage, discard a random card.
What do you think, Cohen?
Well, let me think.
Really impressed.
You know, you play this turn 3, right? And then your opponent trades in 4 of his minions to it, right? And then you play...
Your entire hand's gone?
Yeah, but no, you see, in your hand you have 2 Fists of Jaraxxus and two silverware, whatever they are. And boom, you get a free, a free 6. And deal 4 to 8 damage to 2 random enemies.
Crazy.
Think of the value, man. The value in this card. If this card could go off the scales, you know what it would be? A -2. This card fucking sucks. And we'll never see any play.
That was a nice build up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, look. I mean, arguably, you could say if you play it into like a bunch of already high attack that for some reason your opponent has on 3, it's not too bad because you only just cut like a couple of cards for. But I know your opponent can manipulate so hard.
If this card was a 3/5, it still wouldn't see play. I mean, a 5/5, it still wouldn't see play. If this card was a 6/6, it still might not see play. Like 6/6, you know, that would be a good card if it was a 6/6, right? It'd potentially be quite good, but it isn't. It's a 3/6 and it fucking sucks. So, yeah, what do you rate it?
Yeah, I know. 1 out of 5.
I'm giving it 0. I'm doing 0. You can do 0 if you want.
Okay, yeah.
It's 0. This card, holy shit. They do not realize how bad discarding cards are.
They want the discard Warlock so bad that they're just...
Compare this to fucking Deathlord. Compare this to Deathlord. What would you rather play? Like, there is no question here this card is the worst card in the set. And we still have the princes to go over. Alright?
At least some of the princes have some sort of cool combo.
Exactly. Okay, next up, Drain Soul. I feel like I've seen this card before.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It might have also been at like 1 more mana cost as well, so you know.
Yeah, but does that make it good? I think this is playing Arena Lock, that's it.
It's got spell damage synergy, so
yeah, but
yeah, look.
Yeah, Rogue bloody Warlock doesn't run that, really.
And I mean it's good because Warlock needs healing. Yeah. No. I can't give.
What?
I can't convince myself to make this card seem that great. It's just.
I don't think it's that terrible. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know.
It's garbage.
Reno Lock, it's a good early game card. Against certain aggro decks that have 2 elf minions, it can be pretty good. But spell damage synergy doesn't matter because Warlock doesn't run it anyway.
Yeah.
2 out of 5. Yeah, I'm doing 2 out of 5. What do you think, rating-wise?
Jesus. Yeah, 2 out of 5 seems reasonable.
Okay, next up we got Defile.
Yeah, look. A lot of people are calling this card really cool and
godlike. Yeah.
Yeah, but unless there's a really hard aggro meta, don't see it being that great. Like, against any control deck, it just seems pretty trash, honestly.
This card is a tough one. You know, it'll be the thing that people will start playing around. It'll be like how no one played around Meteor, but this card's a bit even harder to play around. Well, even harder to set up than Meteor is. But in Wild, I see this thing a lot of play. There's a lot of 1 health minions in Wild. And if you have an Arubian Egg on board and you play this, you're guaranteed at least 3 damage to all minions. I'm giving it 4 out of 5 still. I think it will find a place. I think people will make it work. I think even some spell damage decks might run it. Yeah, I think it works. I'm giving 4 out of 5.
I mean, with Emperor, it's actually... Yeah, I don't know. I still want to give it 3 out of 5. I think it's really overhyped.
Yeah, but it's a very interesting card and something that's good to see.
Yeah, cool mechanic.
Yeah. Okay, next up is a 3 mana deadly shot, but you have to kill a friendly minion as well.
So shit.
I don't actually think this is shit.
What?
I actually don't.
Well, how good's deadly shot?
Deadly shot's very good. And sees play in most hunter decks.
What, maybe in Wild? I guess the aggro meta sort of made me not see it for fucking years.
Yeah. And this meta is going to have a lot more control. Like, there's hardly any aggro cards. I think this definitely has a place in Wild. You know, just fucking select one of your imps, which you get from Imp Gang Boss. And because Warlock already has good board control, they have a lot better board control than Hunter, that's for sure, with Zoolock. So the random effect is a lot less random when you're playing Zoo. And, you know, we saw some Zoo decks back in the day run Siphon Soul just as a one-off because they need that hard removal. Because, you know, Warlocks didn't really run silences, or if they wanted to trade into a big minion, they have to use their Power Overwhelmings, which then they wouldn't have for face. This is actually a cheap form of removal for them against higher control cards, and I think it will actually see play in Zoolock a lot.
But why don't you just Blast Crystal compared to this?
Shit, I forgot that's a card. Okay. Yeah. It depends. Like, obviously this works with eggs and shit like that a lot better than that card does, because that card is effectively 5 mana plus lose 1 mana every turn sort of thing. Oh, it's technically 4 mana, lose 1 every turn. I don't know. I feel like this is arguably better.
No, I still think Blast Crystal is just a bit better.
Yeah, I guess
it's just the fact that it's also random.
Yeah, but because I think aggro is going to be dying quite a bit this expansion. Well, everyone says that every expansion, but
yeah,
I think this is 4 out of 5 personally. I know you won't agree, but that's my personal opinion.
I think it's like 2, really.
Yeah. Okay, next one I think we can agree on. 5 mana 4/5 demon at the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. Now the question is this a 5 out of 5 card? Nah, I'll give it 4 out of 5.
No, a 5 out of 5 is what I usually refer to as just like you play this card and suddenly you're just like, you know, so ahead on tempo.
But it's a solid card, and I think it'll see play in not even Demon Lock, in most Warlock decks. Yeah. And I'm giving it 4 out of 5. So much to say about it. It's just good.
Yeah, it's just a decent effect.
What are you giving it?
Yeah, 4 out of 5. It's not the most brilliant card, but yeah, it's really quite good.
Okay, next one. 2 mana 2/3. Remove the top card of your opponent's deck.
I think it's pretty average.
Now, here's the thing. It could potentially just win you the game.
It could, but...
It could. And you got to think, is the downside of just being a 2 mana 2/3 on turn 2, if you play it on curve? It doesn't have much of a downside.
How often do people run... whatever that fuck is that card called? The River Crocolisk?
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. Not very much, but... I don't know. I think Reno Lock will play it. Just the odd chance that it can win you the game if you take out Reno or you take out Antonidas or some other big combo card. Like,
I think, yeah, obviously it's much stronger in a control meta. But
yeah. Against aggro, it does nothing.
If you're running it with, like, yeah, cool.
But in the meta I'm expecting, I see this as pretty solid in Reno Lock. It's good against control decks. And the downside doesn't warrant enough worry. Worst case scenario is just 2 mana 2/3 against aggro decks. I'm going to give it 3 out of 5.
5. I don't know. It really does not impress me at all. Yeah, I don't know. It's sort of just an average card, though. It's not bad, but it's not great either, so... I guess 3 out of 5 seems rational.
Yeah. Okay. Next card, Treachery. 3 mana. Choose a friendly minion and give it to your opponent. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Just, what?
Yeah, I'm trying to see the synergy here, right? Well, you could give them your Howfiend.
Oh, yeah?
Dude, that's the best idea. How do we never think of that? But
that's just,
this card is fucking god awful. You can give them Doomsayer, but then again, that's a 5 mana 2 card board clear that kills your own board as well. You might as well just play a Shadow Flame if you're doing that. I don't see it In fact, this almost warrants a 0 out of 5.
I'll give it a 1 out of 5 at least because the
I'm going to give it a 0. I don't see anything working. Well, I see some obvious combos, but definitely not reliable and definitely doesn't warrant a slot in any Warlock deck. 0 out of 5. If it's going to see absolutely 0 play in any deck, I'm giving it 0 out of 5. That's how I'm doing things.
fair
Like,
enough.
what even synergies does it have? It's like fucking, oh god. Okay, next up. The best Warlock archetype arrives again in
yeah.
Knights of the Frozen Throne. We got a discard legendary. Also known as another card that'll get discarded from your hand. 5 mana, 1/6 lifesteal, has +1 attack for each card you've discarded this game. Potentially really good.
I mean,
if it had the bonus, you know, if legendaries couldn't be discarded from discard effects, that'd be like a cool effect, but that'd change the whole game, really. But, you know, as long as this card can be discarded and there's no card to stop certain cards from being discarded, discard Warlock will never be a thing, no matter how hard they try.
I mean, what is it? If you play it, you can still discard cards and it can still gain more damage while on board. Like,
yeah, I didn't think about that.
If we're not looking at Warlock as we already know Warlock's just shit, but yeah. I think as an actual card though, it's actually as pretty bad good as people say.
Yeah, true. It's just that discard Warlock sucks.
Yeah, you're just thinking like, discard Warlock is shit.
But it's probably the best discard Warlock card that's ever existed, so...
Yeah.
I'm giving it 2 out of 5.
Gives Warlock life still.
Yeah.
Like, it needs healing, obviously.
So yeah, I give it 2 out of 5. What about you?
Fine. Yeah, I don't know. I might go 3 just because I really don't think it's a bad.
This card. I like this one.
Yeah, this...
Okay, Warlock Hero. 10 mana, 5 armor, Battlecry, summon all friendly demons that died this fucking game. And hero power is Siphon Soul, and no, it's not the 6 mana one. As much as that would be nice, it's Siphon Life actually. It's lifesteal, deal 3 damage. This card is really fucking good. This is like... Yeah. I forgot this one existed actually.
No, did you? Yeah, this is the one thing that made me think, hey, Warlock might actually tiny.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5. This is
What is it? It's got an Assault effect.
Yeah, and like it doesn't even. It's not even slow. You can get Doom Guards. You can get like the fucking 4 mana, 5 mana 4/5 and deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. You can get Mal'Ganis and Wild, which I'm really keen to do, and I will be doing that. This card is just really good. And the hero power, fuck me, man. That's... Just deal 3 damage as a hero power is insane. So, you know, 5 out of 5. Out of all the heroes, 5 out of 5. I reckon that's equal best to Shaman in my eyes. And then second best would probably be Mage. So, what do you think?
I don't know. I think it's just probably on par with Mage. As far as how good of a hero it is. Definitely a 5 out of 5 card, though. Summon all friendly demons. There's so many good demons. I mean, obviously summoning Doom cards might be a bit worrying if you might have to have this in your hand whilst trying to summon them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, 5 out of 5. Next up we got Warrior cards. We got Death Spite 2.0. We got 4 mana 2/2 weapon, Battlecry, Death Rattle, deal 1 damage to all minions. Probably auto-include in every Warrior deck.
Maybe not the old Pirates.
Oh, not Pirates. Yeah, because you just kill your own fucking minions. But anything else, any traditional Warrior deck, I see it's being played in all of it. I think it's really good. 4 out of 5.
Yeah, Whirlwind factors like 90% of all Warrior decks just because of fucking that... the draw card. So, yeah.
Yeah. Do you give it 4 out of 5?
Yeah, 4 out of 5.
Maybe even what?
Maybe even 5 out of 5. It's just, you can set up so many good things with this.
Yeah. You can say that if you want. It's got the potential to be 5.
Mm.
Okay. Next up is a animated berserker 1 mana 1 free, which is fairly nice. After you play a minion, deal 1 damage to it. This is for enraged decks, primarily. Right? And they don't exist. You know, it's just meh. Meh. It requires other cards to combo with it. And I don't think there's enough to warrant it. Like, if you play this, a lot of the time, you don't even want your Frothing Berserker to take damage when you play it. You want to do AoEs the next turn, because playing a free mana with free health does a lot of the time, and this will just make it die to plenty of spells, etc. I just don't think it's that good. If it works in enraged decks, it works okay in some warrior decks, you know, Acolyte of Pain, etc. But I don't think it's that good compared to a lot of the other warrior cards. It's probably either a 2 or 3 out of 5. I might give it a 3.
I think it's 3. I don't know. It could be quite good in Control Warrior, really.
You know, it works with the new Legendary, obviously, but they already have plenty of ways to deal damage to their own shit. I don't think they need one extra one.
New weapon.
Yeah. Next up, Forge of Souls. Draw 2 weapons from your deck. Good for dual wielding.
Cheeky. Yeah, no, I think it's good. Awesome.
I don't know.
Like, it's not brilliant.
I don't like. Okay, potentially it does thin your deck out so that if you're only running like 3 weapons, right, in your deck, and you draw one early on, then you play this and you draw your other 2. You can guarantee that you're not going to draw a weapon when you already have one equipped and you can't use it for a couple turns. So it does effectively thin your deck out to make sure that you draw the minions or spells that you want, which is a good thing, but it's not that impactful, obviously. But it is a 2 mana draw 2 cards. So, but you can't play them immediately because, you know, weapons have durability. 3 out of 5? I'm going to give it 2 out of 5.
I don't know. I think it would be a one-off in certain decks. So, yeah, I don't know. I might keep it 3. It's not god tier, but it's still a pretty good card.
Okay, next up, we got Mountain Fire Armor. 3 mana 4/3. If it's your opponent's turn, gain 6 armor. Death Rattle.
This is one we had a bit of a debate on.
Yeah, and this card is just a lot better than it. If I do recall, the last one was a 4 mana 5/2 Death Rattle. If it's your opponent's turn, summon a 2/2.
Yeah, that's it.
This is obviously a lot better. It's 3 mana 4/3, which isn't too bad. And that's the point where I bring up that because it's statted aggressively, your opponents don't want to trade into it, but they're going to have to if they don't want you to get a value trade. I think this card is insanely good against...
It's like the ups. If you actually do get the Death Rattle, that's 6 armor.
The only thing this isn't that amazing against is aggro, weirdly enough, because a lot of aggro minions don't even have 4 health, and a lot of them have 2 or 3 attack, which will just kill this. So you're not really getting much value trading this into aggro decks, but against everything except aggro, it's quite good because you will get the value trade.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give it 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I don't know. Just a solid card. 4 out of 5 seems alright.
Okay, next up.
Next one, though, is
3 mana 1/4. Whenever this minion survives damage, summon a 2/2 ghoul. Piece of shit.
Like, I don't know. We don't probably need to talk about it too much. Too many other people have. Just essentially.
If it was whenever this minion takes damage, it still wouldn't even be that good, honestly. It would be alright, you know, because that means you're basically guaranteed to get 2 2/2s, which is actually pretty good value. But if you only get 1 out of this card, the card's terrible. if you get 2, it's a bit above average. You know, there's not really a middle in between where you go, oh, this card is decent. You know, it's either going to be really good or quite bad in either situation. And if you're already winning and you play this, you're probably going to get good value out of it, which will make you win more. But if you're losing, you're going to get bad value out of it, which is not what you want. Is it? So I'm going to give it 1 out of 5. Yeah.
Yeah, just trash.
Yeah. Next one, 5 mana free, battle cry, gain 1/1 for each damaged minion. This is actually really good.
You think? I mean, yeah, it is enemy minions as well, which is a lot better.
I'm just thinking of the dream, man. Turn 3
What?
Fluffing Berserker, turn 4 Blood Razor, turn 5 this.
Yeah, look, it is.
You know, just... It depends, I guess. I like it. You know, the thing of this, the next card, Bring It On, is that they're going to spooge some of their hand on the board, so you get more value out of Blood Razor, which will then give you more value out of this. But against a lot of other decks, it's just... Sometimes this card would be a piece of shit. But I think overall, it'll be good most of the time, so we're giving it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I don't know. Still seem like a bit of work to just protect, but... And I know there's other minions I think do it a little bit better. Still, yeah, I know, 3 out of 5. Reasonable.
The thing is, it wouldn't be hard to make this a 7/7. As soon as the 4 damage minions on board, it's very easy in Warrior. It's like 5 mana 7/7, good tempo. Does like 7 health is very strong. There's no removal in the game that does 7 damage. So yeah, I'm getting 3 out of 5. What do you give it?
Yeah, 3 out of 5 seemed rational.
Next up is Bring It On. Gain 10 armor, which is the cost of your opponent's hand of minions in your opponent's hand by 2. That's a very... If it was cards, this card would be shit. Since it's just minions, it's all about the mind games of Brawl. Mind games of Brawl.
Yeah.
And mind games of Ravenous Ghoul as well. And the Blood Razor as well.
I think it's fun.
You know, I think this card is the cards that we kind of need in Hearthstone, where it's more thought-provoking. And, you know, it's more about mind games. As for the value of it, it really depends, but I'm honestly going to give this card a 4 out of 5. I think good players will make amazing use of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a test of skill about like how good you are, really.
Yeah.
Alright. Then, what do you think about Dead Man's... Oh.
Shuffle a copy of your hand into your deck. This is... you gotta think. You really gotta think. Why does Warrior need this?
What? I mean, if it's going to fatigue.
Yeah, obviously it's good then.
But
you know, it's been a long time since the death of Control Warrior. And, you know, let's hope Control Warrior can get resurrected. But, you know, it's like you'll be running OTKs with this card. It does give you good value if you've got some good legendaries in your hand, but it gives value over time. I don't know. It's potentially good. I'll give it 3 out of 5 because I'll probably be playing it because I like to play Control Warrior. So 3 out of 5.
Yeah, 3 out of 5 seems reasonable.
Alright, next is Rotface. 8 mana, 4/6. Whenever this minion survives damage, summon a random legendary minion.
This is an interesting one, really.
I think it's really good. I do.
Yeah.
Like, this thing will survive more than Paltress. It's pretty easy to combo with your own Warrior cards. I think it's good. Warrior also runs a lot of taunts as well. So this can hide behind taunts. And then do value trades. I mean, it's good. And it works with the new hero power of the hero, which we're coming to now. But first off, Rotface, I'm going to 4 out of 5.
Yeah, it's just a cool Paltress.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 4 out of 5 seems reasonable.
Okay, next up, we got a 8 mana hero, Gain 5 armor. Battlecry, equip a 4/3 Shadow Maul that also damages adjacent minions. And hero power is 2-1 damage to all minions, just whirlwind. It's good. It's good. It allows you to just fucking kill everything with that weapon, honestly. You will just murder everything with that. That weapon is insanely strong.
Like, I don't know, you can think about it basically as a flame strike, because when are you ever flame striking more than like 4 minions, really?
Yeah, I think this card is good, 4 out of 5. Compared to other heroes, maybe like a 3 or a 4. It's solid, and the hero power has a lot of synergy of the new cards. And that hero power is actually really good too, with all the synergies that it has.
I mean, definitely got good AoE.
I'm giving it 4 out of 5 overall.
Yeah, it's not the strongest one.
It's solid.
Very high cost.
Very solid. Okay, then we got the neutral legendaries. First up, Prince Kelisif. 2 mana 2/2. Battlecry. If your deck has no 2-cost cards, give all minions in your deck +1/+1. My question is, why is this card a 2/2? Can't it be a 3/3? Something like that? Maybe give slightly more value because every fucking deck runs 2-cost things. Plus, odds are this isn't even going to be in your starting hand. In fact, it'll only be in your starting hand like 20% of games. You only draw it at turn 2 in like less than 25% of games. It just sucks. The downside is too much in almost every single deck. In fact, I don't think there's a single deck that doesn't run 2-drops. You look at decks that don't have strong early games and don't play much, like Big Druid, well, they run Wild Groves. You can't do that. Shit. You know, giving +1/+1 to all your minions is good, right? In like a in like a fucking Druid deck. You know, you want to fill up the board if you're playing Token Druid. But that means you can't run any 2-cost minions. It's the same problem Mistcaller had. The effect was good, right? But that kind of effect is not needed in a control deck. That effect is needed in a fast-paced deck. But Mistcaller was 6 mana, and by then the game would already be over if you're doing a fast-paced deck. You would have either won or lost. This thing is for a fast-paced deck, but you can't run any 2-cost minions. It's a shit, 1 out of 5.
I know. I agree. It's just not great, really. No real place for it in any. So, but yeah, 1 out of 5, I guess.
Yeah,
Maybe
okay.
2.
Next up, we got Prince Taldaram. 3 mana 3/3 Battlecry. If your deck has no 3-cost cards, transform into a 3/3 copy of a minion. So, do you know if you can choose any minion in your deck?
I don't think it is. I think it's one of the board.
Wait, really? One of the ones on the board?
Like, I think you pick another minion on the board when you play it.
This is a fucking -2 mana fucking...
Oh, like, I think the whole point is, like, you're supposed to play something and play this on the other minion. For 3 mana of that thing. So, yeah. I don't know, it didn't seem good. Like, I don't really know how the effect goes is the problem.
Yeah, I think it is like Faceless Manipulator, in which case this card's a piece of shit. What the fuck? You want to give up your turn for this? And the thing is, at least with the 2 mana Prince, you can play it on turn 2. This you can't even play on 3 mana. Because you're just losing value.
Oh, yeah.
Because what are the odds of there being a strong, like, Death Rattle or a strong minion to copy on turn 3? There isn't. This card is just...
both of those minions like an extra 1 health or something.
Yeah, it would have made them a bit better. Like, they just fucking suck. And I think any of them are going to be very sad. So yeah, I'm giving that 1 out of 5 again, honestly.
Yeah, I know. It's not a combo. No, it's just 1.
Okay, next we got Prince Valinor. 4 mana, 4/4. If your deck has no 4-cost cards, can Lifesteal and Taunt. Okay. Immediately we go...
out of the other 3 princes, I think.
Yeah, the thing is, you think it is, but at the same time, you got to think, fuck. This only really works in Rogue. And you know what Rogue doesn't necessarily want? Lifesteal and Taunt. Like, that's not Rogue's win condition. They're all about tempo plays and fucking sapping and returning cards. There's certain matchups that they're just not meant to win.
Yeah, there's no control.
And this will help against the decks that you're not meant to win against. But it just doesn't warrant it, honestly. It just doesn't. This card looked good for Rogue when I first saw it. You know, whenever I see these cool cards that everyone thinks shit, I go, oh man, I totally want to make this card work. What can I do? And I came up with all these ideas for all these Prince cards and then came to the conclusion they all fucking suck. 1 out of 5.
Oh no. I think the lifesteal and the taunt could actually be decent in a deck that had absolutely no healing. So I know I'll give it a 2.
Okay. Next up, we got Lich King, 8 mana, 8/8 taunt. This is definitely power creep on Ironbark Protector. At the end of your turn, add a random Death Knight card to your hand. Now, the random Death Knight cards. As a 4 mana, give your minions 2/2 and can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. A 2 mana, deal 5 damage to an enemy or restore 5 health to a friendly character. A 2 mana, destroy a minion. Your hero takes damage equal to its health. A 7 mana, Frostmourne weapon. 5 attack, 3 durability. Death Rattle, summon every minion killed by this weapon. Very strong.
Yeah.
Doom Pact, 5 mana spell. Destroy all minions. Remove the top card from your deck for each minion destroyed. 2 mana, Death Grip. Steal a minion from your opponent's deck and add it to your hand. I presume that's Discover effect.
Or maybe because we random, so does it?
Yeah, let's say random. It's a bit like the wording on the fucking one before. I don't know. If it's Discover, it's pretty good. If it picks one at random, that's pretty bad.
I don't think if it's that bad, even if it's one at random.
Yeah, but it's still the worst out of all these cards. Next one is 3 mana, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Very good. And then 6 mana, Army of the Dead, remove the top 5 cards of your deck, summon any minions removed. Quite good in some decks. Okay, so obviously the Lich King is auto-include in a lot of decks.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? It's a 8 mana Ysera.
With Taunt.
Yeah, with like essentially the same sort of stats.
Like they remove Rag, then they add the replacement Rag. And it has Taunt. So
just pretty crazy.
Yeah. Even crazy enough that even Arthas might get played.
What is it? Also, like, I don't know. I can almost imagine people are going to start running that the Black Knight card.
Yeah, true. Because there's quite a few. Actually, I'm surprised it didn't have. Oh, wait, damn. I was going to say it works against Priest Taunt card, but then I realized, fuck, then the Black Knight will get killed as well. You know, the new Priest one with Death Rattle will destroy a random enemy minion. If you fucking Black Knight that, it would kill the Black Knight. Okay, anyway, Lich King, 5 out of 5.
Yeah, it just seems really strong.
I don't see... only deck you wouldn't play it in is aggro.
It's That's just like a new Ysera, it's insane.
Yeah, insanely good.
Yeah, 5 out of 5.
Okay.
Do we want to individually talk about the Knight cards, or...?
Nah, that's all good. Honestly.
I think there's a couple that are a bit weaker than others, but...
Yeah, I'd say Death Grip's a bit weaker. Doom Pact is probably a little bit weaker.
Army of the Dead doesn't seem great. Certain matchups, I'd say.
Yeah, in some matchups. Yeah. It's sort of like that fucking Warrior one that's all play for a little bit. The 10 mana 7/7 or whatever it was. Draw 3 cards. Thing is, this removes them, so it could remove like key things like Brawl, etc. So
yeah.
Although Frostmourne, extremely good, especially in Warrior.
Yeah, pretty insane.
You know, any deck of survivability, Frostmourne is really good in. But yeah, all these cards are pretty good in certain situations. They all do very different things. So it sort of makes it more unreliable playing this.
Yeah, it was. I feel like yes, just definitely didn't have as much of a depth.
Yeah, Ysera had a lot more reliability in what you were going to get. It was either a solid minion or a board clear or a sap. Like, they all helped. These things do a lot of different things. Like, if you get fucking... There's so many cards that you just don't really want to play. Like, what if you get Doom Packed and they don't have any minions on the board? You just fucking did nothing.
Well,
If you get Doom
armies are
Packed...
dead and you're trying to go into like fatigue or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you play Lich King when you're winning and you just get 2 Doom Packs in a row, you'll just never use them.
Hmm.
Because you're winning. Okay. Anyway, still a really good card. 5 out of 5, I'd give it. Next up is Arthas, the buff to Zombeast that we didn't know we needed. 4 mana, 2/2, Beast, Death Rattle, add a random Death Knight card to your hand. This card is on the edge of, will this be played a lot?
No, sort of.
Yeah, I see it getting played just because of the cuteness factor.
The cuteness factor and the fact that the Death Knight card could be
Really
quite
good.
strong. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Obviously,
this is...
not
Let's
great
compare
if
this
you
to Kazakus, right? Weird comparison, I know, but they're both understated 4-cost cards. Kazakus obviously has a lot more choice, but some of the spells here are actually almost better than some Kazakus cards. Like the anti-magic shell is an extremely good card in some situations. Extremely good. Like that is better than some 5 mana Kazakus ones, you know? But the problem is that they're all really random. But either way, I think Arthas will see a lot of play. Actually,
I don't know. It's still a little bit low statted.
Yeah, in things like
Priest's really popular. Fucking potion.
Oh, still that. Oh, fuck yeah. That's the dream, man.
Yeah, that is the dream.
Okay, either way, I see this seeing quite a bit of play, even if it's not the most viable card, just because it's usually a good thing for you. And people like running cards that have the potential to just turn the game around, and that's one of these cards. Because it doesn't have that much of a downside, besides the fact that it's understated. But I'm giving it 3 out of 5. I reckon it'll see quite a bit of play, but I don't think it's going to be... I think it's going to see more play than it deserves.
Cool.
What do you rate?
3 out of 5 seems about reasonable.
Yeah.
Because of the sane Death Rattle it could probably get.
Okay, now neutral epics and shit, let's fucking fly through these. 6 mana 5/5, spells cost 2 more. Piece of shit. Won't see play. 1 out of 5.
Ooh.
Quick thoughts. Go.
Okay,
How shit?
It's fucking painful to play against, so it could be good against some combo decks.
Yeah, we compare this to low fab. We compare this to low fab. This card doesn't exist. This card will never exist in Wild. Next up, Corpse Taker. 4 mana 3/3. Gain Taunt if your deck has a Taunt minion. Repeat for Divine Shield, Lifesteal, and Wind Fury. Quite a good card in Shaman of Alakia.
Definitely Paladin.
Yeah, Paladin as well. I see this definitely in Shaman.
Yeah,
4 out of 5 in Shaman. 4 out of 5 in Shaman. There's some decks that it won't see any play in. That's fine. But yeah, in Shaman 4 out of 5, and I think Shaman is going to be the strongest one that's in. It can see play in fucking, what's it called as well? Paladin. Paladin and Shaman are both really good with this.
I mean, other decks... Paladin, if you have Bone Bristle, then you get 3 of those effects with, good for that. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good card. Next up is Meat Wagon. I want to make it work, but it's a piece of shit. 1 out of 5.
1 out of 5, yeah.
Yeah, you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
I think Tomb Lurker's actually got some potential.
5 mana 5/3 Battlecry, add a random Death Rattle minion that died this game to your hand.
If you play with a Tyrion in your deck, just a one-up in a Paladin, then yeah.
Thing is, it's in the game, so if your opponent's running some smaller Death Rattles, it's just a 5 mana 5/3, get some shitty Death Rattle. I don't know. It's potentially good. I'll give it 3 out of 5. Maybe 2. I'll give it 2.
3.
I think I'm being too generous. I'll give it 2 out of 5. Next up, 6 mana 4/6. Fuck Jade Druid. That's it. It's the only thing
Yeah.
it's strong against.
5 out of 5
This,
of fucking Druid.
this card honestly shouldn't exist. It shouldn't. It just shouldn't.
It shouldn't have to exist.
Yes. This is not how you fix the fucking Jade problem. This is just...
What else could they do, though, is the problem.
Well, first off, they could make it that golems only get the bonus stats after the previous one has died. Because, you know, they die, they fall into pieces, the next one adds them all back together, right? That's an idea someone had ages ago of Jade things, which makes the deck slower. And also means they can't splurge out a 10-10, 11-11, and 12-12 on the same turn.
Okay.
And it also adds planning around trading in intentionally just to get the next one bigger. You know, this card is dumb. It won't see any play because it's way too specific. And if Jade ever becomes popular, or Jade Druid, this card will see play. But then it will just be dumb because it gets every other deck as just fucking shit.
Fair enough.
So I don't like the card. If Jade Druid is strong, this will see play and it will be like a 4 out of 5. If Jade Druid isn't strong, it'll be a 1 out of 5. Possibly 0. Because there's nothing else this works against. There's no other deck that relies on 1 mana spells. Not even Rogue. What do you think?
Go.
Rating wise.
Oh, no. I still think it's like maybe a 3 or 2. Nah, probably 2.
I love to say cards as well. Cards, and then it's just the nerf to Hunter, Quest Hunter that we didn't even need. Okay, next up we got Rattling Rascal. 4 mana 2/2 Battlecry. Summon a 5/5 skeleton. Death Rattle. Summon 1 for your opponent. This card is really good in Evolve Shaman.
I mean, yeah. Was it you play it, then you get a 6/6 and a 5/5? No, a 6 drop and a 5 drop?
Yep, presuming the 5/5 skeleton is a 5 mana. I think this is really good. I quite like it. I also like cards like this that reward certain plays. So yeah, I like it. I'd also play an Evolved Shaman, which is going to be strong this expansion. So I'll give it 4 out of 5.
Alright. I don't know. It's only going to be playing that one deck, though. That one type.
Yeah, but some cards are like that.
Yeah,
There's lots of cards that only see play in Priests, like Injured Blade Master, etc. that are neutrals.
Fair enough. I don't know. Still don't think it's that great, so I don't know. 3 out of 5. With your previous argument.
Yeah.
Okay, but
okay. Next up, Drakari. Some piece of shit. It's not even that bad. I don't know why I said that. It's 3 mana 1/5. Your end of turn effects trigger twice. I'm giving this card 5 out of 5 because I love making Emperor OTK combos. That's the only reason.
So fun,
Other than that, the card is pretty shit. There aren't that many good end of turn effects. This work well in hand buff decks in Paladin. Other than that, not much. So I'm going to give it 2 out of 5.
Oh no. I'm going to go 3 out of 5 because I also do love the fucking Emperor decks. So many fun memes you can do with it. I like multi-turn multi. I just find them hilarious.
Okay. Next, we got Furnace Fire Colossus. 6 mana 6/6. Discard all weapons from your hand and gain their stats. Obviously, this card is bad, right? I know it's bad. No one needs to tell me. But I'm going to have 2 gore holes in my hand. Gore house. I'll get another random weapon from I'll play the Warrior Legendary using a random weapon. I'll get 2 fucking Doom Hammers from it, and voila. You know what I got?
What?
I got a 24. A 24/24 from 2 Gore Hails and 2. No, that's wrong calculation card. Fuck. I got a 22/24 from 2 Doom Hammers and 2 Gorehouse. Boom.
Wow, what a brilliant idea.
See that on Trollden, man. It's going to happen. But yeah, this card's a piece of shit. 1 out of 5.
Good.
But I like it. I do. This could actually see play as a late game card in Pirate Warrior. I don't know why it would. That's just presuming that Pirate Warriors always have... You see, Pirate Warriors, usually they run 1 weapon for a long time because they add durability to it, right? So when you're drawing these excess weapons you don't need, this card could potentially be good. But this card is 6 mana. If it was a 4 mana 4/4, it might have a chance of seeing play in Pirate Warrior, but it doesn't. So it's a 1 out of 5. And even then, it still wouldn't be that good.
Fair enough.
What do you give it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like we've had 6/6s in the past that have been all right. Like what was it? That big dragon card that if they're like less than 15 health, they get some shit.
Yeah, it turns into a 9/9, but discarding your own cards, we already know how bad that is.
Yeah, I guess it's fair.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that card's a piece of shit. Next up is a card I quite like. Defax Punisher. 4 mana free for a random lifesteal minion in hand +2/+2. The reason I like this is because I like lifesteal. The reason I like lifesteal is because I make terrible meme decks. And lifesteal helps keep me alive to do the meme.
No, it's still, what was it? There was a warrior card, it was 4 mana, 4/3 give random minion +2/+2. Not just a specific minion, and that was repetitive, and that saw no play. So
I don't know. I ran that in my warrior deck. I really like that card actually. You put it behind some taunts, you get some mad fucking value, man. I tell you.
Jesus God.
What? I fucked bitches. I fucked bitches off of that card.
Have you ever got past rank 10? Jesus.
Yeah, back in start of year 11s, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
About 2.5 years ago, I got to like rank 6, I think, with Handlock. Before Handlock was shit. I just played Handlock for hours on end. It was great.
It is a fun day.
Yeah, too bad it's not fun anymore. Okay, that card, I like it. It's not actually that good, but I'll give it 3 out of 5 because I like it. Okay, neutral rares. 3 mana, 3/1, Death Rattle, add a random Death Rattle minion to your hand. It's okay in Arena. Constructed, won't see any play. Right, 2 out of 5.
Cool. Sounds good.
Ticking Abomination, best card in the set, 5 out of 5. Also known as 0 out of 5, won't see any play.
Fucking weird. Decent Arena at least.
Next up, Mindbreaker. 3 mana 2/5. This card's weird, and I think it will actually see play.
I kind of like it.
Yep, I think it'll see play. In decks that aren't running heroes, it might see play.
No, it's obviously well statted, but
yeah.
Yeah,
And
no, I think you can make some cheeky cases for it.
Yeah, decks that aren't running heroes, it's like, well, shit, this makes them lose a lot of value. And because of the lack on tempo on most heroes the turn you play it, this can sometimes stick, you know? Because sometimes when you lose tempo, you just don't get it back. And if you play a hero, and it's like one that just doesn't fucking... Dude, this probably even disables the rogue hero power.
I'm curious on how that would work.
It just disables the hero power, I think, so it just won't work. Like, even passive won't work, because the slot will just be nil. It won't work. So that would be super good against rogue. Like, they would have to sap it or something just to get it out of the way. Because they lose so much tempo from playing the fucking hero that this card can stick. I think it will see play in most Reno decks in Wild, or Highlander decks, whatever you want to call them. And I like it. I might be running it just like fucking with people. It's 3 out of 5. Potentially 4 out of 5, depending on how the meta settles.
I don't know. It's still a really, like... I guess I'll stick with 3 out of 5 just because it's such a strange card. You can't really give much of an accurate prediction.
Okay. Now here is one of the only aggro cards of the set. 4 mana free pirate gain stats equal to your weapons. Interesting.
I'm not a huge fan, to be honest.
But I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's very good. You know,
you have to have at least, like, if you have a weapon out,
you need at least 2 attack and 2 durability to make it valuable. Or 3 attack and 1 durability. For a 4 mana 6/4. Fiery War Axe, that's okay in aggro decks. Because 4 health is good. But yeah, this card kind of sucks. 2 out of 5. It might see play. Possibly 1 out of 5.
Oh no, I'm gonna stick with maybe 2. Like,
okay.
I think Pirate War is already well established enough that they probably won't run this card because it doesn't really add too much to it.
Yeah.
Apart from being just a decent card.
Okay, next up is Corpse Razor. It's a 5 mana free battle cry. To give a friendly minion death rattle, resummon this minion. It's a neutral ancestral spirit.
Yeah, but it's kind of too high costed to be that effective, in my opinion. Like, when you use ancestral spirit, you're usually using it like a pretty big taunt or another big minion, so...
One deck I see this being played in. I know that we talked about this earlier. With the Paladin 2 mana spell. But, you know, maybe I might retract what I said about that one. The 2 mana spell that gives a minion come back to life of 1 health. This brings it back to life of full health. And that's especially good when the minion has Divine Shield. Right?
Yeah, I guess
I think it can work in Paladin, this card. I don't think it can work in much else. Unless there's some weird fucking Death Rattle deck that'll make this card super good. It'll be fun and wild, obviously, with fucking Kelvis hard shit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Paladin might see play. Other than that, pretty shit. 2 out of 5.
Alright, cool. Yeah.
Now, this card.
Oh, yeah. This one.
Wowee. 4 mana 2/3 of Taunt. Battlecry. Summon a copy of this minion. This is...
I mean, that's already 4/6 in stats.
Yes, that's almost good by itself. This in hand buffs decks is fucking insane. This card can almost single-handedly make hand buff go from like tier 4 to tier 2.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? It's like a second thing for your buffs to land on.
Yeah.
Apart from...
And this can protect your 5 mana 4/4, give all minions in your hand +2 +1/+1 at the end of your turn. This can, you know, because they didn't have any options for taunt before this. Like, you know, in Wild you got Echoing Ooze, you got shit like that. This card is extremely solid. It's basically a neutral Feral Spirit. For 1 less mana.
Or 1 more mana.
Or, you know, but Overload 2.
Oh, yeah, true.
So yeah, I think this is really good. 4 out of 5. I think it might even see play in some decks that don't run hand buffs.
I mean, like it's just essentially a hand ancestral spirit. So yeah, that sounds about right.
Next up, we got the one, the only, the Happy Ghoul. 3 mana, free, cost 0 if your hero was healed.
Would you even run this card?
That's what a lot of people have said. A lot of people have said that.
Like, sure, it's a good tempo play, but so let's say you're healing your hero as priest.
I think this will see play
for a 3/3.
Yeah, so it's 2 mana for a free, restore 2 health technically, which you know is good. And obviously, the only deck this will see any play in is Priest, because Priest has pretty shit early game. Although not so much anymore of Talon Priest, etc. But
they've got a lot of. They've also got the 3 mana Discoverer thing.
Yeah, Curious Glimmer. But then again,
good with card names.
This is really against aggro decks. This is a turn 2 play.
Yeah, I guess you have a good point.
Yeah, it's against aggro, it's turn 2 play. You know, you still have your turn 3 open for Glimmer, shit like that. I think this card will see play in Reno Priest and shit like that in Wild. In Standard, I don't know. It might not see any play. But I feel like in Reno Priest and Wild, it will. So I'm giving it 3 out of 5.
I know. I'll stick with 3 out of 5, but I know I don't think you'll see any plain stand. Really, you just don't see it.
Okay, next up, 4 mana 5/5. Whenever you play a card, remove the top 3 cards of your deck. I haven't seen this card before, actually. It's my first time seeing it.
I mean, well, it's whenever you play a card, so it's not like that old
So you can control it. Bittertide Hydra, you're thinking of. No, not Bittertide. Fucking the robot.
Reaver.
5 mana. Yeah, Fel Reaver.
So yeah, I don't know. I say it's better, but it's still not great, really.
Yeah, I think a comparison is the Warlock 3 mana 5/5. Whenever you play a minion, fucking do 5 damage to your hero. You know, you think of what deck is this going to go in, right? You might pick aggro, maybe, because you don't care about discarding cards. But does a 4 mana 5/5 even see play in an aggro deck?
Yeah, well, if it was maybe like a 5 or like be a 6/6.
Well, even if it was like a 6/4, that would be better in a aggro deck than a 5/5. Like, you know, it's got no charge or anything. We see Cochrane Elite run in Warrior, 4 mana 4/3 of charge. And you would run that over this any day. Like, I don't think this is strong enough for aggro. As weird as that sounds.
To be a little bit more aggressively statted.
Yeah, or it just needs some... You know, it's solid as like... I don't know, if you had a friend that was new to Hearthstone, he's making an aggro deck, you might tell him to put this in, because it's just fucking pretty easy to get.
Yeah.
But...
yeah, an alright card to...
Yeah, I don't see this seeing much play. And in Arena, it kind of sucks. I think, personally. I like going for like Storly decks in Arena.
I think it's like 2 stars, yeah.
Yeah, 2 stars. Okay, next up is Bone Drake. Fuck yeah. 6 mana, 6/5, Death Rattle, add a random dragon to your hand. I really like this card.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a solid... Like, most dragons you can get, apart from Fairy Dragon, pretty decent.
Yeah, after last expansion, where the only dragon we got was Primordial Drake, Dragon Priest in Wild was kind of shit. Like, they only got 1 dragon that expansion. We don't have many this expansion, but the few that we do have are quite good. And, of course, dragons get bonuses by having a dragon in your hand. And this basically guarantees you're going to get another dragon, right?
Yeah.
Turn 5, you play fucking Operative Cunt. Next time you play this, blah, blah, blah. You'll be rolling in cards.
What does it compete? Bookworm?
Yeah, Bookworm. That's about it. Until you run the 6 mana 2/8, double your attack at the start of the turn, but no one ran that, so... Yeah, I give that 4 out of 5. What about you?
I don't know. Pretty good.
I mean, it's solid. And random dragons, there's so many good dragons, so... There's not many bad dragons in the game. And there's a lot of potential for legendaries too, so... I mean, it's good. Okay, next up... we're into the commons. 7 mana 5/5. Put Blessing of Kings with Taunt on a friendly minion. This card is fucked. This card's good enough for Constructed, Vixby.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, like in a mid-range deck, that it's just what?
This card is fucked. You should hoard these and then fucking disenchant them when they get.
Yeah, wait till they fucking be like, oh shit, we made a mistake.
Okay, now as weird as this sounds, this card is good. Like, no, as in it's good for the game. It gives newer players a very good minion. Like, this thing is better than some legendaries. Like, it'll give you more tempo than some legendaries. It's like, when you look at other neutral cards that were good, like, for in all play, what was there? There was North Sea Kraken for a while, 9 mana, 9/7, deal 4 damage. This thing's arguably better than that. It probably is better than that.
I mean, imagine this in Arena.
Yeah, in Arena it's fucked.
Surely,
and even
they're going to lower the rate of this.
I'm actually giving this 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously if you don't hit a minion with bad,
Yeah.
obvious,
But you wouldn't run this in a spell heavy deck, so.
no.
And the thing about choosing Taunt is actually a really good thing, because sometimes your opponent will trade in one turn so they can do something and trade in with a different minion the next turn. And since you can choose Taunt on a different minion, it can then fuck up their whole plan on trading and give you a huge tempo advantage. Like, you've seen times where someone will trade into your Sarah, so the next turn they can trade in a different minion, and then voila, you play a taunt minion or add taunt to a different minion, and boom, they can't trade it anymore, and you get value trades. Plus, the initial surprise of having an extra 4 damage on a minion on the board can give you value trades as well. So I think this card is 5 out of 5. It'll see playing constructed. It'll be auto pick in arena.
Yeah.
It's insanely good. So next,
Crazy.
I guess. Yeah. Snowflake Penguin, piece of shit, 0 out of 5. It's good for zombies.
You gotta give it some cuteness factor.
Cuteness factor implies I would say play. Because at least it's got potential like Arthas, I mean. Yeah, it's a piece of shit. Now this one. Cobalt Scalebane. At the end of your turn, you give another friendly minion plus 3 attack. 5/5. I try and think, is this good enough to see play in Wild Dragon Priest, right?
Pretty strong minion.
It is, but, around 5-6 mana, you're competing with a lot of other dragons.
Yeah, was it Draken Evaporated? It's just insanely strong card.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking insane. And this card is good, don't get me wrong. Like, I reckon in Arena this will almost be an auto pick as well, because it gives a lot of stats. But I don't know.
On the board.
I don't know if it makes the cut in Dragon Priest. But yeah, I like it. 3 out of 5.
Good.
Okay. Yeah, 3 out of 5. Next up, we got Necrotic Geist. 6 mana, 5/3. Whenever one of your other minion dies, summon fucking 2/2. Whatever. This thing might see play. It won't. No, I'm lying. It won't see play. But, you got to think of the potential.
Dude, there's infinite, man.
Dude, there's a chance this could see play in Token Druid. A chance. It's not high. It might be a one-off as something that, just fucking blows them out.
Like a 25 play puts in.
No, legit. Like, I've seen, even in tournaments, sometimes people just chuck in one sneaky card that their opponent won't play around.
I mean,
You got to think, when you're playing against Token Druid, you sort of think, oh, if I board clear them now, I like win, or if I play a big minion, they're going to have to trade everything in. It's not like they might have to Savage Roar to trade in a couple more. But now, boom, you drop this down, you got 5 minions on the board, you trade them all into their big taunt, voila, you got 5 more 2/2s. Like, you got to think, what decks will this be added to? And what current things are used to counter that deck? And I think some people use this as a surprise in Token Druid. It's not a good card, but I think some people will use it.
Sure, okay.
Because
usually the cards are used to surprise people, where it's sort of like, isn't it like you'd put like a sort of tech card in that most people wouldn't expect, and it's like, oh shit.
Like, I remember in Paladin, I used to run, I still do sometimes run the 4 mana 4/2 whenever a friendly minion does draw a card. Because your opponent just won't play around that, and you have like 5 minions on the board. You just fucking trade all your 1/1s in, boom, you fucking draw like 4 or 5 cards. It's like, fuck yeah. Like, I think that card's very underused in the game, even in Constructed.
Cold. But yeah, I know. The thing is, that one's not even that badly statted though.
Yeah, but yeah, I know it's not a good card. I still give it 2 out of 5, but I like that there's options where you can just brain fuck your opponent.
Oh no, it's basic.
Is this one of those cards where the payoff can be huge if your opponent doesn't play around it, but it's still bad?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Oh god, this fucking card. 3 mana 2/4. Give a friendly minion immune this turn. Auto pick an arena. It'll even see some play in constructed, I reckon. This card is fucking stupid. Why does it exist?
It's a really weird card just to add, but yeah, I guess
Yeah,
it's decent.
I like adding all these good neutrals though. It's good for the game, but at the same time, this card's gonna be so frustrating. You're gonna be trading and go, okay, next turn I'll trade that in, then boom, immune, and they just fucking win the trade. Like normally, the only person you have to play around in those situations is pre-sealing their minions, etc. Because you go, okay, there's no point trading there because they'll just heal it. Now you got to think about it in every class. You got to go, oh, I should probably trade differently because what if they play this 3 mana card that makes them fucking get a value trade? Like it's dumb. I'm considering giving it 5 out of 5, but I think I might just give it 4.
Fair enough. I don't know. While it's good stats and gives for like really decent trades, still don't see any deck where this would be like run apart from like maybe some sort of mid-range deck, maybe.
Oh, you know a fun fact: if a minion's immune, then its Divine Shield doesn't get procced.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Sounds kind of interesting.
So, yeah, I could see this seeing play in, I don't know, hand buff decks, something like that. Because of the way it's statted, it works well with hand buffs.
Yeah.
Of course, in Arena, it's an auto pick. I don't like the card. It shouldn't exist. But yeah, I'll give it 4 out of 5. I think it might find some place into Zoolock or something like that.
Alright, yeah.
Okay, next up, fucking boring card, 1 out of 5. Not even going to talk about it.
I mean, it's pretty strong, but yeah.
I don't know, man. Call that strong? What's wrong with you?
I mean, good in Arena. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even that good in Arena, though.
It might be good in Zoo.
It's literally just like a 2 mana free 2, and you're not going to play a 2 mana free 2. If Fairy Dragon doesn't see play, this won't see play.
Alright.
Yeah. It's, there is the good thing, it's got the surprise element of, oh shit, he buffed up his 1-drop, and now he's got a value trade, and now I can't clear both of them. But, if you're buffing up your 1-drop, chances are it lives with 1 health from the trade, right?
Yeah.
And then you have 2 1-health minions on the board that are dealt with by Maelstrom Portal, Arcane Missiles, pings from different hero powers, shit like that. If this was a 1/2 that gave a minion +1/+1, it would be okay. But that card already exists, and it didn't see play. Wait.
Hold on.
Wait, no, I'm thinking of the 2 mana 1/2, you have a friendly minion +2 attack. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it doesn't give +1/+1. We have a 2 mana 1/2 that gives a minion +2 attack. And that hardly saw any play. So I don't think this will see any play.
Okay. Then ignore the next one because I think that's a glitch in the system.
Yeah, it is a glitch. Okay, next up we got Dreadscour Knight, 1 mana 1/1 Murloc of Lifesteal. This is an interesting card.
I mean, if you put it in Murloc, you can technically get healing, but
yes, but the thing
really
is,
want the lifesteal because
exactly.
Like, when are you gonna need healing in Murloc?
Now here's the thing: the weird thing that happened with this quest for Shaman is that it sort of made Quest Shaman Murloc into a more mid-range deck. Especially with slower Murloc cards like Finja that came out, the deck has more so transitioned into a battle of out-resourcing your opponent. I've been playing tons of Quest Shaman recently. Yeah. And when the expansion came out, and I just noticed, like, I will happily trade into minions because I know that I'm going to be able to get all these cards back and then out-tempo them. Okay. And against a lot of decks, that's the win condition. Like, there's sometimes where you get the God starting hand and you go, shit, I'm going to win this game turn 5, and you do. But then there's some games where you go, you know what, I'm going to be going to trade mode. I'm going to stall this out until I get 9 random Murlocs added to my hand. And then I'm just going to kill them in 2 turns with some combo.
And but still, you're not going to need life for that, though. You're just going to keep on needing board presence.
True. But
Like
if you're
as soon as you like lose your board, it's not like you're gonna try yourself back up.
like the only time this card would be okay in that situation is if you're losing and you pull it out from Finger.
Oh,
You
with
know,
like a war leader or something.
yeah, something like that. Like that's the
And
only
they would
time.
also need to survive, and then
Yeah,
also deal damage.
yeah. The good thing is about Quest Shaman and Wild is that people run Spirit Echo, which can mean that you basically get tons of war leaders and your minions, your Murlocs very commonly get like 6 or 7 attack. But yeah, it doesn't make the cut though. As much as it is transitioning into like a mid-range deck of about outvaluing your opponent, it's not good enough. But I'll give it 2 out of 5 because it looks cute.
What happened to the kid? This factor of the snowflake of penguin.
Yeah, fuck off. He's a little cunt. Look at him. He just sits there with his fucking penguiny squinty eyes. Did I say squinty? I'm going to cut that out of the video. I'm not going to.
The squinty eyes make.
Yeah, man. Okay. Next up, we got a 3 mana 4/4 Battlecry. Freeze your other minions. I did not know this card existed.
Great in that Shaman deck.
Alright, let me look for those synergies. I can't even remember them. Okay, Trace destroyed. Oh, okay. Only problem there is that the only positive effect of freezing your own minions in that is the legendary.
Yeah, I know.
So that's the only synergy. Also known as this card's a piece of shit. Once you play, 0 out of 5.
Crash.
Okay, next up we got a 4 mana 3/4. Whenever this minion takes damage, gain to attack. This card's a piece of shit. Let me put it this way. The only deck this will be played in is Warrior, correct?
Yeah.
And then what will it turn into when it takes 1 damage?
Oh yeah, we what, like a 5/3, 7/2, then a 9/1. Ooh.
Yeah,
scary.
so more so it'll most likely be a 5/3. Because you might have that, you might proc it on the turn you play it, something like that. Now, what Warrior card was a 4 mana 5/3 and never saw any play? Do you remember?
Is it that one weird one where you damage other minions you attack?
Correct.
God.
The 4 mana 5/3 that damages adjacent minions when you attack, which is a really strong effect if the card survives. Now, that card had a pretty good effect and never saw any play. At all. No one ever played that card. In fact, most people don't even know it exists. So this card will not see any play.
Let's say I
0
saw
stars.
a joke about how like people didn't actually know it existed.
They fucking did it.
Funny though, because it's a joke about a card that people don't know it exists. But
Dude,
people don't know it existed. They didn't get the joke.
I didn't realize that fucking 5 mana 3/6 that swaps stats of a friendly minion existed until like fucking 4 months after the expansion came out. I was like, what the fuck is that? I was amazed. Okay,
Yeah.
Anyway.
One trash.
Battlecry, give a friendly minion spell damage +1. That... I love spell damage. Okay, Bixby?
Cohen. Do you know who you're talking to? The person who, when he first started playing Hearthstone, because I got Malygos as my first legendary, I made an old spell damage mage deck. I just played that for like weeks on end, and just
it's fun as fuck.
It's so fucking
Dude, I
hilarious.
crafted 2 Master of Ceremonies for a spell damage deck.
Yeah,
And I crafted 2 mini mages.
Nobody expects it.
Yeah.
Just like, what the fuck? Why? I still think Cobalt Geomancer probably a bit better though.
Still, this thing's a 2 mana 2/3. It's decent. I reckon it'll see some play in Arena. It's a pretty good 2-drop in Mage.
Average pick, yeah.
Yeah. Constructed wise, probably not. I might run it in my Priest OTK deck. Because I do like running cheap spell damage in that deck. Even though you don't need it because you just do 5, 10, double is 20, double is 40. But still.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, next is a 3 mana 3/1. If it's your opponent's turn, summon a 2/2 ghoul. This card seems awfully familiar.
Except a bit worse.
Yeah, a bit worse. You see, Thing is, it's not technically aggressive, stated aggressively because you're playing 3 mana for free attack. If this was a 3 mana 4/1, it would actually be okay. Because it would force your opponent to ping, or something like that, and then they would still have to deal with a 2/2. It would actually be an alright card if it had 4 attack.
Why is it not a 4/2, Mike?
4/1, you mean?
Like, no, even if it was a...
I think 4/2 would be really strong. Because
the thing about it is like, oh yeah, I guess it might be pretty strong, but the thing is, it would only be... Oh, the last one was 4 cost, wasn't it? Yeah, never mind. Ignore me. I was thinking.
If this was a 4/1, I would actually I might even play it just because I like the position it puts the opponent in. And it's good for stalling because it makes them have to you either get a value trade out of it or they use some form of hero power removal which slows down their turns.
Yeah.
So yeah, but at the present time it's shit. 0 out of 5. Okay, next up. We got Archer's Veteran. Is a 1 mana 2/1 battlecry with friendly minion +1 attack. This is a piece of shit. Why not just play fucking...
I guess it's permanent attack, but...
it is permanent. Still, I don't...
It's not abusive... Like, the whole thing with abusive sergeant is you trade up much higher.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give it 2 out of 5. I reckon you'll see some play in Arena maybe if you want to pick a 1-drop. Even though you don't usually run many 1-drops. Okay, so yeah, I'll give that 2 stars. Now this next one, I actually haven't seen this one before.
Yeah, I think it's one of the later ones.
I don't actually think it's that bad. As weird as that sounds. You know, I would actually prefer to run this over the fucking Druid spell.
Which one?
The 5 mana summon 2 1/2s of poisonous.
I mean, it's got more stats than them.
Yeah, against certain decks, this is better. Against, like... it depends what decks you're versing. You see, the little 2 tokens of 2 health are better against mage that aren't running volcanic potions, etc. But this one's...
running like Blizzard or something.
Yeah, and they'll just die. Whereas this will just die to a fireball and single target removal. It really depends on what decks you're versing. Like, this is obviously better against Shaman and better against something else, whereas the other ones are bad against Shaman. You get Maelstrom Portals, spell damage totems, or Lightning Storms. But it still won't see any play. 1 out of 5.
It's still a terrible card.
It's still poisonous, so it'll see play in Arena. But yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a decent Arena. Essentially 5 mana kill a minion.
Skeletalmancer. I haven't seen this card yet. If it's your opponent turn summon 8/8 skeleton. I actually like this.
Pretty crazy, isn't it?
I think it's actually quite good. They don't want to kill it, and if you get taunt on this bad boy, taunt on this guy's really fucking good. I think this might actually see some play.
Yeah.
In constructed, maybe, possibly in some decks.
What is it? The thing is, you're playing a 5 mana 2, but always goes face. Actually.
Yeah, you got to give it fucking taunt somehow. So your opponent has to deal with it.
I don't know. Obviously, it's a pretty weak tempo turn.
Damn, imagine if power overwhelming to kill the minion that started your opponent's turn.
Shit.
But too bad it's the end of your own turn. But
is it the end?
Yeah. If it did do that, that'd be really fucking good. Okay, next up. What did I give that card? I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I like it. I like cards like that. I really do.
This opponent's turn is interesting. It makes you have to think about things a lot more.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude, it's got that counter potion of medicine.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Grave Shambler, yeah. Like, what is it? Even so, like, let's say you have a weapon.
Why is it an elemental? What?
I saw this card earlier. It's so fucking
Yeah, it's
weird.
a 0 stars, honestly. I don't see this being played in any deck. It's way too situational because you want to be destroying your weapons, so that means you have to would have drawn multiple ones to be destroying them. It wouldn't
If
be
you
that
kick
hard.
it in arena with Rogue, then
Ah,
sure.
does your hero power destroy your weapon or replace it?
It
I know that
destroys
using
it.
it destroys it, maybe. That's where the animation's different compared to when you overlap it with a weapon, though.
I know, wrong, but
We'll have
I'm
to check
pretty
that
sure.
interaction.
But
Okay,
yeah,
next one. Yeah, I'm still giving 0 to 5 though. Fuck that cunt. Um, Tainted
Jesus,
Zealot, Divine Shield spell damage.
that's
That
just too bad. 2 mana for it. I mean, you're not gonna play this over Thanos,
yeah,
but
definitely not. Thanos has a lot more versatility.
I mean, just drawing a card is a lot better. But I don't know. I like it better than that other because it has a bit more survivability. What do you think? I don't know. I think
I don't really
like a
like it.
2 out
One
of
out of
5.
five. I'm giving it 1. I don't particularly like it. Next up is Spellweaver. You have no reason to run this over Kobold, whatever it is.
Yeah, Evolve Cobalt is just
Yeah,
better,
no reason
cheaper.
at all. This is... What are you even going to combo this with? Nothing. This is... I'm going to give it 0 out of 5 because you got no reason to play this over the other one.
Yeah, it doesn't need combos to it. It's average. Average. It's just shit.
Yeah. Okay, next up. My boy. 1 mana, 1/1. Whenever this minion attacks to return to the enemy hero.
I mean, yes, you could be doing 3 damage to the enemy hero a turn, assuming you're constantly attacking phase with it, or you're playing a shitty 1 mana 1/1.
Yeah. It's a piece of shit. It's
And that 1
bad.
out of 5 in there.
Okay, next up. We got
Wicked skill.
4 mana, 1/1. Gain +1/+1 for each minion that dies this turn.
So, if you kill 4 minions, then it's
To 5/5,
above
yeah.
average.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's bad. Fuck that shit, man.
Crash.
I don't see this being played in any deck. Not even decks that have heaps of minions. Not even decks that kill a bunch of minions. It's too situational and just be sitting in your fucking
Why
hand
would you
beating
not
off.
just play Wolf?
Yeah, true.
Because that way you wouldn't have to kill off your minion to get it good.
Okay,
it's only-
now this next card is actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, what, 4-6 worth of stats?
Yeah, fucking
Why
hell.
they're spread-
I actually think this card's good.
Yeah, and Grim
Weirdly enough, I
Yeah.
can see this being played in Zoolock because they always run Direwolf Alphas, etc.
definitely a good pick in arena.
You know, okay, good comparison. Oh, okay. It's definitely not as good as Imp Gang Boss, but because 1 more mana.
Yeah,
But it's close to it. It's a poor man's Imp Gang Boss.
good point. Good point.
Yeah. 2 out of 5.
Yeah, it's still not great.
Yeah. Then last card is Bloodworm. It's a fucking 5 mana 4/4 with lifesteal. Neutral healing. Is it the only neutral spell damage? I mean, lifesteal. No, there's the Murloc. How could I forget?
Yeah.
Other than
Oh,
that,
yeah,
I'm
can't forget him.
pretty sure that's it. Besides the legendary 4 mana 4/4. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. So they're the only neutral healing. This card
I mean,
is actually not that bad, honestly.
yeah, if
Like-
they hit it, if they charge 1 minion into it, that's 4 healing.
Now let's compare this to Ooh, I just realized something. This is good for zombies.
Good
It
point,
actually is.
actually.
Yeah. Adding lifesteal to Hunter's good because Hunter lacks healing.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's nice. For everything else, it kind of sucks. One thing to compare this to is Anti-Killbot.
Oh, yeah. I know. Was it 5 mana?
You get a,
Healbot had healed you for 8.
and it was a free.
3/3. 1 more stats. You
and you're not guaranteed the 8 health, and you also don't get it immediately. That was one of the strengths of Healbot. You got it immediately. Because a lot of control decks, they'll build up a big board, and then you need that healing immediately to get out of range of lethal.
I don't know, if it's slow enough meta, this card might actually be...
What's the description of Lifesteal?
It's whenever... Oh, good point. Is it when they attack, or is it...
When they deal damage?
Damage.
I think it might be damage, in which case it works with Shadow Flame.
Yeah.
It actually would work with Shadow Flame, if the wording is when this card deals damage. Because obviously when it gets attacked by a weapon, it still get heals, right?
Hmm. Hold on. Damage dealt to a card.
Oh, okay. Lifesteal. For every damage the card does, it heals a hero for the same amount.
So it's every damage that the card has done.
Is it the card dealing damage or Shadow Flame? We'll have to test that out, I reckon.
I think it's this card. I think Shadow Flame's description is like this card deals damage to, like based on this minion's attack. I think it's minion does damage to all these minions.
Actually, now that I think about it, obviously doesn't fucking work. Because Poisonous didn't work with Shadow Flame, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't work. Still, I like it. It'll be an okay in arena if you're losing and you need some healing.
Yeah, it would deal its attack to all enemies.
But yeah, it's alright. I'd give it 2 out of 5. It won't see much play, but I like it and the artwork looks funny, so...
Yeah, okay.
We made it. We fucking made it.
That's
So I reckon in like 6 weeks' time, I'm going to fucking do a little thing where I look at how wrong I was.
Oh, yeah.
But I honestly feel like I wouldn't have been wrong. But I'm sure everyone felt like that.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a few cards that we might have grossly...
Overvalued. Yeah.
Yeah. Over or undervalued.
Oh, well, anyway, this fucking took us 3 hours, 15 minutes and 12 seconds, Bixby. So I'm going to have to cut this down a bit, cut out some of the bullshit, cut out Jake walking in here. It might be like a 2-hour video in the end, but honestly, I don't really care. But that took me so fucking long to upload. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. This is your most active YouTuber, Cohen. Am I really a YouTuber? I don't know, I just kind of sit home and masturbate, so it's not very exciting stuff. Anyway, stay tuned, guys. Card pack opening will be out Friday or Saturday. Sometime then, who fucking knows. Anyway, Brofist.